The One Play Pro Club Grand Finals weekend is off to a big cash game flyer as the Rojak Futbol of Singapore take on BrotherhoodVN of Vietnam. The first of 4 cash games is next, live on One Play Sports. Good evening, everybody. Hope this Saturday night finds you well. We are about to embark on a journey, a grand finals weekend journey with $5,000 up for grabs. Fasten your seatbelts. You are going to be in for one hell of a ride over the next 48 hours here on the One Play Sports Network. We're looking forward to the 3rd and 4th place playoff in the Pro Club Challenge tonight, followed by our grand final where Singapore's Tiki Taka take on the Amigos of Malaysia. And joining me, as he has done throughout this entire rotation of Pro Club football, is the man sat to my right. He needs, by this point, no introduction, but I continue to give him one anyway. He's the Ayatollah of attacking mid, the high priest of Pro Club. He is the Archbishop of Banterbury, the notorious Mr. Nitin Nambiar. Nitin, I am really amped for this. I hope you are too.
Yeah, I am, man. It's been a long time coming, this final weekend, and
10 weeks.
It's finally here. 64 teams. We're down to only 4 teams are playing today, but it's been a fantastic journey.
Yeah, 10 weeks. Some animals have gestation periods shorter than that.
Yeah, man.
It's incredible. Lots of prize money up for grabs over the course of the weekend. A combined prize pool of $5,000. Tonight, we will dish out 1,700 Singapore dollars of it. Here is how the prizes are going to break down. 800 Singapore dollars for the first team tonight. Will it be Tiki Taka or Amigos? The runners up, you can halve that money to 400. The 3rd place matchup, which sees Rojak of Singapore take on BrotherhoodVN of Vietnam. The winners of that get 300. And Nitin Nambiar is going to be a popular guy in some households and a not so popular guy in others, because it's up to him later tonight to determine the player of the tournament and the goalkeeper of the tournament. That's at Nitin's discretion. 100 Singapore dollars for each of those prizes. And just to make this all official, Nitin, look at this. You cannot beat an oversized novelty check. Here is the official check that confirms the prize fund. Thank you very much. We look much better in vision with this.
I agree. I think we should just do it this way. I think the players will be more motivated as well.
Yes,
the
so
money.
that's the prize. But we can't officially begin our One Play Pro Club Grand Finals weekend until it's been opened. And I'm delighted to say, joining us, we're obviously in the West Wing. Over there in the East Wing is the CEO and founder of One Play Sports, who's unparalleled generosity put up this prize fund to hopefully entertain you and keep you occupied during these tough COVID-19 times. Let me introduce you now to declare the weekend open, Mr. Mohit Lalvani.
Thank you for that, Patrick, and what an incredible 10 weeks it's been. 2 causeway clashes of incredible stature. We must also recall Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, not to mention Brunei, Philippines, and Myanmar. It's a pleasure for me to present this check to the winners. And for those of you at home, stay safe during this time. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Mohit, and thanks to our management committee who do so much hard work to keep things ticking over during these COVID-19 times. As ever, we're all about interaction. Don't forget to LSFC, like, share, follow, and comment. Delighted to see so many of you already leaving your mark, for want of a better expression, on the Facebook comment section. Let's have a look at what we've got so far, Nitin.
Nice.
And don't forget to plant your national flags as well, wherever you are watching from. We've got Eunice Aziz saying, come on, La Rojak Futbol up in our first game of the night. We've got Nazri Rasali watching us, the Singapore national manager. Eunice Aziz, Mohammed Nazril, Fahmi Sabidi, who's been with us all the time. Our dear friends at VPG, Virtual Pro Gaming in Singapore, represented by the tournament director quite brilliantly, Yusuf. What a man he is. Aaron Delosa over there, the head of VPG, watching in Europe as well. Great to have you on board. Jasper Tan, a dear old friend of mine. Kyle Neal saying, hello, Patrick Egghorn. We'll come to the egg situation. Oh, you haven't, have you? He's got. Can I just clarify? The egging is if Singapore win the C Nations Cup. It's not pro club dependent, so you won't be seeing me egg tonight. Fear not. Jasper Tan, Lee Nyut Tan is with us. We've got Trung Dang. Great to have Trung Dang watching again. He's got the dollar signs out. As so many of their players are looking for dollars tonight. Frank Lucas is with us, and we've also got Wong Gao Liang cheering on Singapore. There is so much to come tonight. Really looking forward to it. And speaking of so much to come on the network over the course of the coming weeks, not not just the next 48 hours. I'm delighted to officially announce the next instalment on our esports portfolio, thanks to our main man, Jessel, who's the head of esports here at One Play Sports. We have got this. I think we've got a graphic to tell everyone about it as well. Mobile Legends. I can't sound familiar with it, but I love the title. Bang, bang! Open, $270 in the prize pool. You can get registering now on the 15th of June, and the tournament dates are there for you. You can see them on that graphic. And just to give you a bit of a background about it, it's open to everyone that can sign up, but there are only 32 slots a weekend, so you need to get those registrations in early to make sure you make the cut. It's going to be the first of 4 weekends, and each weekend we're going to have a brand new tournament for everyone to compete in, and delighted to be making that happen with you here on One Play Sports. You'll be tuning into that, Nitin, and don't forget to give the One Play Sports esports page a like as well. You looking forward to a bit of PUBG?
It's not PUBG, it's
Oh, is it
Mobile
not?
Legends.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's a totally different game, but
Does it involve killing people?
I have no idea, to be honest. I have not played Mobile Legends before. I'm more of a console player, so no Mobile Legends experience from me, but from what I hear from my friends, it's exciting stuff.
Can anyone got any thoughts on Mobile Legends? Drop them in the comment section. We'll give you a mention in the build-up to all of this. Right, we need to start also looking forward to what's happening tomorrow night, Nitin, because it is... we've got a great night tonight, but tomorrow night's going to be huge. It is the grand final and third place playoff in the One Play Sports C Nations Cup. I'm really looking forward to that. Are you? Another Causeway clash. Got a Causeway clash in the final tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, 2 Causeway clashes. You know, I don't want to look forward to tomorrow just yet. I think it's going to be very, very exciting stuff. But you know, we've got exciting stuff lined up today as well.
There you can see Indonesia against Thailand. That is the first game scheduled for a 10 p.m. start time. That is at Singapore time, GMT +8. And then what about this? Malaysia and Singapore, one of the biggest international rivalries in all of Asia when it comes to football. 11 p.m. is an estimated start time, and he can't help himself, can he? Me and my big mouth. But listen, I'm confident in Rivox. He's going to save me this weekend, the old player manager of not just the Amigos, but the player manager of Malaysia as well. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm a man of my word. If Nasri and the boys of Singapore defy me and go on to win this competition, despite messing around through large portions of it, I will literally have egg on my face. I'll crack a couple of eggs open over my head. And let's just run you through as well the prize money for that competition, because it is immense. $2,500 in the prize fund, $1,000 for first place, 750 for the runners-up, 500 for third, and then 125 each for the golden boot and the golden gloves. Of course, they are determined by stats rather than these Pro Club prizes that are determined by Nitin Nambier, who I know has been poring over all the match footage over the last 48 hours to come to a concise decision. But it's safe to say that big performances tonight can still sway you in other directions, because these are obviously the money games now.
Yes, definitely. You know, I have 2 players in mind. Won't mention who they are. They are playing in the final today, and I'm expecting big things from them if they do carry out a match-winning performance, regardless of whether their sides wins or loses today. That will definitely sway my vote either way.
Trung Dang says, take it home, BrotherhoodVN. Wong Gao Liang says, let's go Singapore. Camille is saying, ex-Bucky will perform tonight. Ex-Bucky, of course, the Malaysian playing for a Singaporean team and playing for Malaysia in the international final tomorrow night. Our dear friends at Ultras Pro Esports are with us. Shout out to our friend The Rock. And also Salesh is with us, as well as Zan Zanio and Fizwan. Great to have so many of you with us tonight. Let's get down to business, shall we? With the final stages after a journey that's taken 10 weeks. It started all the way back on April the 2nd. Here are the final brackets for the One Play Pro Club Challenge. We saw Tiki Taka put on a masterclass to get past Rojak. In that game, they conceded their first goal in over 700 minutes of One Play Sports Pro Club action. And then Amigos turned on the style big time against BrotherhoodVN in the second leg. And I wonder whether it's going to be a similar story tonight, Nitin, with our 2 matches, because both the semi-finals were decided definitively in the second match. It was cagey early. Are you expecting more of the same today?
Yes, definitely. You know, with especially with money on the line today, not just money, we've got money on the line, we've got pride on the line. So I do believe, maybe not so much for the 3rd and 4th placing, but for the final, I do believe it'll be a very tense and how do I put it? Very passive start.
Nervy.
Nervy. Extremely nervy, because both these sides knows how much is on the line, And I think in the third and fourth placing, you can have a bit more fun. Hopefully, we'll see a lot of goals in the third and fourth placing and a really quality encounter in the final.
All right, then, without any further ado, let's get down to business then. The grand final to come in around about an hour's time. Stay with us for that as Tiki Taka take on Amigos of Malaysia in a big causeway clash. We'll have national anthems and all the pomp and pageantry for that one. But we start with a game that still has big bucks on the line. It's not a game to be sniffed at. Tiki Taka taking on Amigos for the prize that takes it all in terms of the winning check. But the third and fourth place teams have got money to play for as well, Nitin.
Yep, Amigos and BrotherhoodVN, not just money, they can continue the good reputation they've built. I'm sure all these clubs now have a pretty solid fan base, and they'll all be tuning in for this one. So, again, not just money on the line, pride on the line as well.
Again, big money on the line. $300 basically on the line for this cash game as Rojak Futbol of Singapore take on BrotherhoodVN of Vietnam. Both teams will be disappointed with the way they performed in the semi-finals. I think particularly BrotherhoodVN, there was all kinds of talk about lag issues potentially and the connection letting them down. But ultimately, you'd have to say they were just outclassed. Despite having brilliant players like the trade ticket in their ranks, they never really got a look in, did they?
Yep, agreed. BrotherhoodVN were a shadow of their normal selves. We've seen them play some fantastic football throughout the tournament. They've beaten some of the better sides in the tournament to get to the semi-finals, but things just didn't click for them on the day. Perhaps lag issues. I can't confirm these things, but BVN were very disappointing in that game. But with regards to Rojak, I thought they put up a fantastic fight against Tiki Taka. It was a 10-minute span where they lost concentration. Fox Crew got those 3 goals and effectively knocked them out. But other than that, I believe Rojak were very competitive in their game.
Okay, let's get stuck into the starting lineups then for Rojak Futbol against BrotherhoodVN. Interesting, Nitin, that these teams, I'm just going through, I think just the one change across the 2 starting 11s from those semi-final matches. And again, as we'll see in the final, some real FIFA Pro Club talent on display.
Yep, agreed. Rojak are sticking to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow that we have become accustomed to seeing them play. Fezzi Max in goal, Sozio right back, Cassidy centre back, Allen centre back, one with Zin left back, Red of Guard, CDM, Isaac and ex-Bucky in a centre mid. Aiman playing as Cam. Aiman, of course, is the player manager for Rojak. And they've got Susu Pekat and Mikami brothers up front, Mick Mac, Paddywack up front. So with regards to Susu Pekat, we've got some stats for him. 531 games, 459 goals, 263 assists. So this guy, in terms of his threat in the opposition's box, he's a huge threat. With regards to BVN, BrotherhoodVN, they're playing a 4-3-3 today. Trey Tekit, one of my favourite keepers in goal.
You love Trey Tekit, don't you?
He's really good. He's made some really match-winning saves, and I hope to see that continue today. Ong Diaz, one of the best left-backs we've had in the tournament. Bang Pham and Linhart at centre-back. Keen right-back. Heisenberg, CDM. TK and Retro Kids at centre-mid. The cool guy on the left. Hong Nguyen up front and Titbon on the right. Titbon is the only change from that either of the sides has decided to make today ahead of the third and fourth placing.
Again, this is breaking news just coming through in the last couple of minutes, and it's very interesting from Youssef because remember, just before the semi-final, there was a change that brought Linhart in to the team for BrotherhoodVN as Vincent Shin couldn't connect. Tonight, it's the other way round. Vincent Shin, a last-minute change for Linhart, which is a shame because Linhart had a brilliant game in the semi-final. I thought he was very good indeed.
He had a good game, but you know, when you lose 6-0, it's hard to say anyone had a brilliant game. So Vincent Shin is a solid centre back.
They didn't lose 6-0.
They lost 16 on
3-0.
aggregate. Oh, yeah, 3-0 on aggregate. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but still, I know what you mean. But I still thought, particularly in the first game when they were under the pump, they kept them out. But I do take your point. I mean, as you say, defensively, if you lose any game, even if it's 2 legs by 3-0, the defence has to take some responsibility, I suppose. Let's get some comments going quickly because lots of you are wanting to have your shout-outs given. Condensed milk, says Carl Neo. Tiki Taka fan club is here with our dear friend Fizwan. And I'm just going through these starting lineups again, Nitin. Incredible to think some of the players here that we really would have been expecting to be in the final. Heisenberg, the player manager for BrotherhoodVN, ex-Bucky as well. It'll be interesting to see what their motivation is like, but $300 not to be sniffed at. So Nitin's given you the starting lineups, but he's also delved a little bit deeper for you to keep an eye on the players he thinks will be the difference makers tonight, live on One Play Sports.
Not the game they wanted to play in, but still cash up for grabs. But who's going to help their side win the moolah? We will start with the creative genius from Rojak Futbol, Mr. Susu Pekat. Always heavily involved in his side's attacking play, Susu Pekat has the ability to split defenses open with his passing, as he's shown time and time again in this competition. Not just happy at creating, he possesses a significant goal threat as well, scoring in their loss to Tiki Taka over 700 minutes without conceding, but Tiki Taka did, and it was the Susu Pekat who did it. On to their opponents, and we switch our focus to Hoi Nguyen, the man who leads the front line for BrotherhoodVN. Incredibly sharp in the box, Hoi Nguyen has great feet and will take shots from about anywhere if he's given the opportunity. With 4 goals already in the tournament, this guy is no stranger to finding the back of the net. He was kept quiet in their semi-final loss to the Amigos, but make no mistake, he will be hungry to perform tonight. Money is on the line, pride is on the line. Who's gonna bring home the moolah for their sides? Only time will tell.
Yeah, 545 games, 291 goals for Hoi Nguyen, as you've mentioned there. I think if they're going to win Brotherhood VN, he's got to score at least a couple tonight. I think it's that simple.
Yep, not just him. I think they've got the cool guy and Titbon up front for them, so it's a lethal threesome up front. But he will be their main attacking threat, and if he struggles to score today, I can see BVN struggling to score.
Now, we have a friendly rivalry, but I'm going to give you a bit of help before I ask you for your prediction.
Sure.
We've only had 2 matches go to golden goal extra time in the entire tournament. That's after 30 games. Only 2 were all square after the 180 minutes in the away goals rule. And would you believe that the 2 teams contesting the 3rd and 4th place playoff tonight were involved in both of them?
Yes.
So are we going to get a draw? Are we going to get extra time? And what's your prediction, Nitin Nambiar? And as always, give us your predictions on the Facebook page as well.
No extra time, but I'm going for high scoring encounter.
Woo.
I'm going for La Rojak to win on aggregate 5-2.
5-2, so over 6.5, under 6.5. You're going over 6.5.
I'm going over 6.5 over 2 legs.
I'm told we've got some connection issues. I'm imagining, Tournament Director Yusuf, is that for the Brotherhood? Brotherhood VN not receiving the invitation, I am told. That gives us an opportunity to go in to the Facebook comment section, so keep the comments coming thick and fast. Fizzer Riff says, I can't wait for Fox Crew to be in action. And what are you going to be singing
Fox
tonight?
Crew's on fire. Your defense is terrifying.
Again, a lot to you looking forward to the final already. Ultras Pro Esports, The Rock says, Sanaramat's going to kill them all tonight. Welcome to the Gulag. Tiki Taka, let's win this, says Fizz Wan. Syed Sufi Al-Qadi says, come on, LRF and TTSG. So I'm working out that that's La Rojak and Tiki Taka of Singapore. Great to see so many of you with us. Keep the comments coming. Want your predictions as well. You can do your in-game analysis and we'll help read it out. While we wait for that connection, let's just give you another reminder of what's happening later tonight, because with this connection, it might be a little bit later, but don't take that chance. Scheduled for 11 p.m. tonight, the grand final of the One Play Pro Club Challenge. Tiki Taka of Singapore conceding just 1 goal in their 8 90-minute matches so far against the Amigos of Malaysia, who managed by Rivox. I don't think at any team managed by Rivox you can rule out at any stage in a game. They've come from behind, they've got through close encounters. I mean, they've done it all, and they are going to be, I think, Tiki Taka's hardest opponents to date tonight.
Agreed. I think it's a very fitting final. The Amigos started off a bit shaky in this tournament, but since then they've been excellent. And Rivox, as you mentioned, player manager not just for Tiki Taka, not just for Tiki Taka, player manager not just for Amigos, but for Malaysia as well. So he's reached 2 finals in this short space of time. He's proven he's a fantastic manager, and it's one thing getting to a final, it's another thing winning the final. So we'll see today if he can push it all the way. Okay, so there you have it. The stage is set for 2 big matches. We are very shortly going to cross to the Theatre of Rojak for the first leg in our 3rd place playoff. $300 up for grabs, and I wonder if any of the players on display here can impress Nitin enough to sway his decision on the goalkeeper and player of the tournament. I'm told we're in final stages before we connect to the Theatre of Rojak, and we do hope that Brotherhood VN don't suffer from connection issues, because if that's the case, I think La Rojak will take advantage. Yeah, of course. La Rojak, either way, I do believe La Rojak have the slightly stronger team. So if Brotherhood VN have to compete with the leg as well, it's not going to be good news for them. Latest news, please. Tournament Director Yusuf, where are we at? Still trying. Is La Rojak trying to reconnect this time? Right. I'm not. Are we going to the Vietnam first for the first leg? Is there a switch? No.
Okay, we're still going to play Rojak game a couple of times to solve that connection issue. While we wait for that, let's put up the news of tomorrow's big games as well. Then the 3rd and 4th place playoff and the grand final in the One Place Sports C Nations Cup. We start with Indonesia against Thailand, the battle for 3rd. And the prize money is absolutely colossal in this One Place Sports C Nations Cup. Money certainly not to be sniffed at. $1,000 going to the winner of the grand final. And Indonesia and Thailand will be battling it out for $500 US in that game. Who do you make favourites for that one, Nitin? Obviously, wow, Yang Ping, I think maybe gives the edge to Thailand. Or are we going to be saying you ain't got a ting if you can't stop Mama Ting?
I think I'll be going with Wu Yang Ping in that tournament. Again, we've got Zihas, who's officially won.
He's already won the Golden Gloves.
Yeah, he's won the Golden Gloves.
That's one check. We've delighted to have another member of the management team, our Business Development Director, Sharul, in the house tonight to help with the administration of prize money because, of course, I don't trust Nitin and myself to go anywhere near the bank accounts. And Sharul, if you're listening, buddy, you can already write Zihar's name in the big check for the Golden Gloves tomorrow. It's Zihars, Sharul. And it's $125. And how you write that, Sharul, is you go 1, 2, 5.00. Just trying to help Sharul out.
Yeah, he needs all the help.
And of course, after that one, congratulations to Zihars. We go to the grand final, estimated to start at 11 p.m. Singapore time. I hope we have more luck with the connections tomorrow. Malaysia against Singapore, a causeway clash. It has to go down. If people talk about Southeast Asian rivalries, Malaysia and Singapore has to be one of the biggest international footballing rivalries in the whole of Asia.
Yeah, definitely. You know, considering the history, we used to be a part of them. We broke away from them. I won't go on with the rest, but yeah, it's traditionally.
Well, go on with the rest. You can give me a history lesson.
Then traditionally, it is a very big tie since the Malaysia Cup days as well. So really looking forward to that one. And obviously, if Singapore win,
all right, it's not going to happen.
My bro.
Hashtag Eggcorn will be non-existent come around midnight tomorrow night. But it is quite emotional, isn't it? You think back, how many years have Singapore been independent now? 53, is it?
Yeah.
53.
Close to 60.
Yeah. 50. Do you remember that video? A video of Lee Kuan Yew in tears on television in that black and white footage as Singapore made the bold decision to go it alone, and they said it would never work. They said Singapore were writing their own suicide note, and you look at this country now and how far it's come. But Lee Kuan Yew's tears tomorrow are symbolic, as you could argue they are tonight, because it's a causeway clash in the grand final tonight. Who will be shedding tears of joy tonight? Would it be Singapore or Malaysia? Same tomorrow. And who will be shedding tears of sadness? Singapore and Malaysia, 2 big grand finals. Are you predicting a Singapore sweep this weekend, Nitin?
Yes, I am predicting a Singapore
You don't sound very
sweep.
confident to me.
Nah, it's always a, you know, you always get nervous when you get to the finals, and that's exactly how I am. I wouldn't be backing a non-Singapore team in a final. You know, obviously, if there was a huge difference in class and I thought that Singapore had no chance, I wouldn't be backing Singapore. But I do believe Singapore have a very good chance in both these finals, so I'm keeping my positive hat on.
Where's Ono's on the Facebook page going, who the hell is Sharul? Well, I can tell you Sharul is a valued member of our senior management, and it's great to have him with us tonight. Shout out to Sharul. Shout out to our technical director, Sam, who's done a great job through this tournament. Shout out to Vic as well, ably assisting him. Who else have we got in the house tonight?
I think I just heard from Yusof that BrotherhoodVN will be playing home first.
So they are switching.
I think so.
They are switching, which is just as well. I think we need to get this game going now to try and keep on schedule. So the first leg will be in Vietnam. Now, listen, you don't have any stock in that. I'm a big fan that it's an advantage to play home in the second leg. If it is BrotherhoodVN going to give that up due to their connection problems, but you dismiss that. You don't think it makes any difference at all. Stats, to be fair, don't go that strongly now one way or the other. Yeah. They did in the round of 16, but not so much the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters. In the end, you're playing a game. It is virtual, so the home advantage doesn't really matter. You don't really have fans in your ears, giving you the 12-man experience and all that. So, yeah, home advantage, in my opinion, doesn't really matter.
Is Logan Ramsam a personal friend of yours?
Yes.
I thought he might be, because he's just said Nitin's predictions are always on point.
Thanks, bro. Not just here,
I wish I had any friends that would type nice things about me.
My friends are the best. They really support me. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Frank Lucas says Sharul must be a very important member of the team. That he certainly is. Wes Ono says, God bless Sharul. I'm starting to think Frank Lucas and Wes Ono are both actually Sharul. It's a bit of a coincidence.
Yeah, I think Sharul has a few Facebook accounts.
Estimated start time as we get to build this game, please, Sharul. People are patiently waiting. Are Yusuf as well? Yusuf and Sharul there in the control tower.
How long are we away, guys?
How long, Yusuf? sending an invite. This has taken quite a long time. It unfortunately means there's every chance we're going to get a slight delay to the grand final, but don't worry, we'll all get through now. And of course, this is only going to increase the nerves for both sets of players because we've seen how seriously teams have taken this. And when you are playing for money, I don't care whether it's playing at cards, whether you're playing a game of pool, whenever there's money involved, the pressure changes, and it's only now that the games become cash games.
Yep, previously they were playing, but there was no cash money on the line. Today there is, so there's that added pressure today especially. But we spoke to Luke Lazarev from Tiki Taka earlier.
We're having problems here, unfortunately. Go on,
yeah,
carry on.
We spoke to Luke Lazarev yesterday. I asked him that question, whether playing in terms of in a new sphere, in terms of the broadcast sphere and all that, having fans commenting, has that given you added pressure? He said no. They still stick to the same game plan, and it's easy days for them, and it's just playing PlayStation basically. So not too much pressure.
Kyle Neo says, Patrick, your commentary is dope. Me and Jasper are definitely your friends. Respect to Kyle and Jasper. Look, I finally made some friends, thanks. That's the power of Pro Club. Had no friends on April the 2nd. Now, all of a sudden, I've got 2.
Sometimes I wonder if you're actually reading comments or you're just making them up.
It's there.
No,
They're in black and white. Trung Dang says, it's a bit early to have a stable connection. That's actually a good point because we're at an earlier start time. Thank you for that, Trung. Maybe the 10 o'clock hour is slightly busier. Let's hope we get to the games very shortly, though.
Yeah, I think...
again, do we blame... I'm the kind of person that, I take responsibility. If I get something wrong, if we hadn't have gone to air tonight at 10 o'clock, I'd have stood up. Obviously, with the senior management being here in Shirul, I'd have probably been in a lot of trouble. I might not have even been invited back tomorrow. I take responsibility. Who do we blame? What is the answer to these connection issues? There's so much... EA Sports makes so much money out of FIFA.
It's probably not the servers. It's probably each individual's country's internet.
Okay. So we're blaming national governments now. Is that where we're at?
Yes, definitely. That's come on, guys. Do better for your countries.
Vietnam. To be fair, having said that, Vietnam did a great job dealing with COVID-19. And I think you have to say Singapore, we're in phase 1 of the coming out of circuit breakerness. Hopefully we'll be there. That reminds me.
Fingers crossed.
There's been a delay. Realise...
A bit only.
That you have to sanitize. You can never have too much sanitizer.
Yes, you can. Look at this.
Is that the stuff you've been putting in your hair, by the way? Because your hair smells a bit wonky.
Oh, boy.
What's wrong?
It's spilling all over the table.
Are you a dribbler?
I am, in terms of putting the ball through players' legs and all that.
Look at this. This is good news. Now, are we going to the Theatre of Rojak or the Brotherhood Stadium? We're now back to having the first leg at the Rojak as originally planned. Theatre of Rojak is where we're heading. You can see it from there. Now, let's hope we get a bit further this time. Trung Dang making that point that it's very, very early. Well, is this as far as we've got? I want to see this player on the training ground starting to warm up and smash that ball into the back of the net to give us some hope. Are they disconnected again? Oh, my word. We're going to have to make a judgment call here at some point because this is going on and on and on. And we will have to start one more time. This is most unfortunate. And at what point now, having sung his praises throughout the entire tournament, I think I'm going to have to start pointing the finger at Youssef, tournament director. Someone's got to take the blame for this.
Youssef, what's happening, bro?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? And, what happens if they disconnect again? And
Well, again, there's a good point, Nitin. We need to get clarification. Are either of these teams taking responsibility for these disconnections, or does that only come into play once the game has actually started? Only when the actual... BrotherhoodVN, have they got a strike next to their name for all this? So there's a strike to BrotherhoodVN, so they get one more opportunity. And I think, is it a default 3-0 defeat if they can't play, or do we have to watch Le Rojak playing bots?
No, I think it's a default 3-0.
Is it what's the ruling there, Youssef? I think Youssef doesn't know. Don't start making it up now, Youssef. Youssef, what's the ruling if we can't get a connection here? We need to know these things. I'm being told, even if we're here till 4 o'clock in the morning, we're going to get a connection. That's what I like to see. That's why Youssef gets the big bucks. And that's why Virtual Pro Gaming are the elite organisation in Pro Club FIFA, because they just do not give up. Anyone else would say, all right, guys, let's just read a book or something and come back tomorrow. This will happen tonight. And who's this going to be affecting more, the Rojak or BrotherhoodVN? Because I think BrotherhoodVN must be getting sick to the back teeth. Multiple games that they've been involved in have suffered from internet issues.
Yeah, agreed. Especially, towards the latter stages of this competition is when they've been really affected by lag. So it's been unfortunate to see, but it is what it is. Countries deploy internet throttling, especially with everyone having quarantine measures in their own countries.
This must be another of your friends. Nikau Nair. It's got the same surname. So who's that?
My surname is Nambia.
Oh, who's Nair then?
It's my cousin.
Oh, she's still a family, right? Says Nitin looking on fire as usual. Jasper Tan says Nitin's hair is always on point.
Thanks, Jasper.
And Carl Neo makes the worst suggestion I've ever heard. Said if there's a connection issue again, why don't you get Patrick and Nitin to play against each other in the studio?
I would love that. That would make my day too.
Unfortunately, I'd love to do that, but I hurt my finger earlier, so it wouldn't be very fair.
What were you doing with your finger?
I was sticking it up my nose.
Oh.
Let's try again. I was going to say third time lucky. It's about 14th time lucky here. The theatre of Rojak is standing by. BrotherhoodVN, the visitors in the first leg. This is a big cash game, $300 up for grabs. And
Please
a reminder,
connect. Please connect.
Still to come, we have the grand final that sees Tiki Taka of Singapore against the Amigos of Malaysia. And at what point, when you're at home watching this, Nitin, at what point do you know you've been disconnected?
It depends, because this guy hasn't got disconnected, so he's fine. But he will know about his teammates, whether they got disconnected, but the other team will know whether they got disconnected. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you won't know if another player got disconnected.
Tournament director Yusa says this time we do look like we're good to go. But you'd have to say there's every chance that the BrotherhoodVN will feature some bots. I'll be expecting you to keep a close eye on that. Right, better late than never. Welcome, friends. We can get our grand finals weekend underway. It's the Rojak in the blue, playing from left to right. BrotherhoodVN in the white, playing from right to left. And so far, no sign of the dreaded bots. It looks like both teams have got the 22 players on the pitch okay, and it's Rojak's fast out the gate. He's Ayman Gashgarth, the player manager. Ayman Gashgarth ducking and diving inside. Finds support to X-Bucky. Oh, look at the space they've given. Mick Mac Paddywhack gets the crossbar.
Offside.
He was offside.
Yeah, good start by Rojak. Oh!
Deary me, what's happening here? Mick Man in the middle, off the crossbar from Condensed Milk. Is he going to get a second chance? He is. Oh my word, BrotherhoodVN in all kinds of bother. And is that a penalty? No. Free kick goes the other way. How did that not go in?
That was suicidal from the traitor kid. Should know better, shouldn't have gave the ball away there. But as you can see, he's still in a bit of a panic mode, kicking the ball out.
Shout out Malcolm Kirk, who's enjoying the show. Nice to have you with us, Malcolm. Wong Giao Liang says, let's go. We're here now. Abbas Abuzar saying, come on. One was in, the left back of the Rojak. And Jasper Tan is saying, all right, bring it home, my Singaporean brethren.
Oh, nice one, bro. And also, guys, if you have any predictions, do let us know in the comment section. We'd like to see how good you guys are after a whole tournament of supporting this, whether how well you know the teams. One was in, X-Bucky. Ayman Gashgarth. Oh, they're playing exhibition stuff at the moment. Big Mac Paddywhack, BrotherhoodVN haven't woken up. They could be given a rude awakening here. Oh,
there's a player in acres of space. Azak. Oh, the defence comes in and the rebound is wide from Ezan, and it's a goal kick, but this just looks like a matter of time.
Yep, La Roja are finding a way through the BrotherhoodVN defense at the moment, and that's very worrying signs for the BVN boys. La Roja being able to basically go through them like a hot knife through butter.
Our friend The Rock of Ultras Pro Esports says, shout out to Veena. Veena Varisha will sing Majula Singapore, the Singapore national anthem, ahead of our grand final game. Stay with us for that. We've got Don Fury of Playball Mai singing Negaraku for Malaysia. And we've got special guests as well singing the national anthems of all four countries tomorrow in our third and fourth place matchup and the one-place Sports C Nations Cup grand final. La Rojak to win 3-0 over 2 legs, 2 goals from Condensed Milk and 1 from Big Mac Paddywhack, says Carl Neo.
Nice, that's a good prediction.
I think the floodgates could really open here, though. I mean, they're not getting a sniff here, BrotherhoodVN. And again, is this due to their internet, or are they just not at the races today?
Again, you know, they can't be at the races for 3 games in a row. I don't think that's something that the BVN boys are. I don't think they're that bad. So I do believe they're facing some lag issues because they have zero control over the game and they're just giving cheap balls away like that.
Here's Condensed Milk out to the left-hand side. X-Bucky, Ayman Gashgarth. It's just a matter of time here, surely. Mick Mac Paddywhack, great work from Retro Kids. And finally, BrotherhoodVN can get an attack going. It's the addition to the lineup after the semi-finals. Tip-on finds a man to his left in TK, who's impressed all tournament. This is better from the Vietnamese, but that ball is mopped up quite comfortably in the end by Sozio, the right back.
Yeah, good reading of the play there by Sozio.
Here is Sozio once more, looking up for options. That looks like a pass that's just found inside with Condensed Milk. Hustled out of it by the cool guy. I talked about those 2 golden goal extra time games. It was the cool guy who popped up.
Oh my God.
Goodness gracious me. This is
seeing some weird passes,
I know,
man.
And they've given away a corner arrow. Nothing. I wonder if this is internet problems now affecting them both. It's going to be the in-swinger by the looks of things. As Tip-on is it? It's over the ball to take this. Bang Pam.
Oh, good
heads
ball.
up! And the header is out behind for another corner. Ong Diaz. Tip-on to take the corner. They're going for the in-swinger again. Only 2 now, 3 white shirts in the penalty area trying to get to the end of it. They go near post! And Fezzy Max, who incidentally, where's Fezzy Max's prediction tonight?
Yeah, Fezzy.
Where's your opposite prediction tonight, Fezzy Max, if you're listening? Get it to us at the end of the first leg here. We're midway through the first half of the first leg. Oh, near post! He should have done better. Bang Peng with a real opportunity, the first opportunity that BrotherhoodVN have enjoyed, and it goes wide from the centre-back Bang Peng.
Yeah, it's surprising because they kind of did the same thing they wanted to do 3 times on that corner, and La Rojak were not aware, so it's a worrying sign.
Shout out to Tottenham legend Gary Stevens watching us
Come on,
live.
you Spurs, Gary.
On the Facebook page, Gary now living in Hua Hin in Thailand, a valued member of the Southeast Asian community. I'm sure he'll be cheering on the Thais in their 3rd, 4th place playoff match tomorrow night against Indonesia. As we look to see, wow, Wu Yang Ping in action again. Is he onside here? Condensed Milk is. Condensed Milk wins a corner. Well, they've weathered the storm, BrotherhoodVN, and have started to come back into it, but it's crucial they don't concede just before half-time. Heads are up, Allen, and headed away. Only as far as Raid of Guts. And the cool guy now has found some space to operate in. The cool guy, herring down the left-hand side. 2-0 for the Rojak, the prediction of Wong Giao Liang.
I see lots of La Rojak fans on the comment section. Where are the BVN guys? Come on, guys, cheer your team on.
TK, the cool guy, likes to right down the left, good cross, and Allen gets it away. More news coming in.
Mick Paddywhack.
From tournament director Youssef Eder, tonight's big grand final. Stay with us for Tiki Taka against Amigos for the $800 grand prize. Here's ex-Bucky. Nice play down the left from ex-Bucky. Here's the player manager, Iman Gaskarth. Back to the Buckman. The Buckster inside to Iman. Edge of the area, Ezak. And now it comes to Mick Paddywhack, deflected. And on Diaz belts it away.
It looked like they were almost going to pass it into the back of the net there.
Arsenal-esque, that wasn't it? Trying to pass it into the goal.
Yeah, but perhaps should have taken the shot a bit earlier because they had a couple of opportunities to have a go at goal, and they haven't scored yet, so you know it's not as much as they've been dominant. They haven't got a goal.
And of course, for all that we're writing BrotherhoodVN off, they've had a couple of attacking forays themselves. One thing's for sure, Nitin, at this point, are you concerned about your over 6.5 goal prediction?
Yes, very concerned. I thought this game would go slightly different. I thought they'd be open to the attack, but
as it stands,
doesn't seem like it.
A long way to go, but we could be heading to golden goal extra time. Both these teams know what that's like. They both came through golden goal extra time matches in the earlier part of the competition. The Rojak Football coming through against Ankatsuki in their golden goal extra time match, but the man that scored the winner for them that day, Overload, is missing, and we haven't really mentioned the absence of Overload and the fact that he was called up for national service just before the semi-final, which was a blow. The cool guy came up with a golden goal extra time winner for BrotherhoodVN.
Yeah, Overload, obviously the La Rojak top goal scorer, got called up for national service, was unavailable for the semi-final, and now the 3rd and 4th placing has been a huge miss, but used to be Nova has stepped in, and he's stepped up. So happy days for La Rojak. Here's Sozio.
Raid of Guts. Down this left-hand side, here's Condensed Milk. He's man-to-man here, and the flag stays down as well. Armin Gaskarth, delightful back flick. Here's Ezak. On Diaz, great covering defence, and they managed to get it away through TK, only as far as Sozio. They're building again, but I think they're going to run out of time to take the lead before the end of the first half. And BrotherhoodVN, from their point of view, will be very happy to go into the sheds here, all square ex-Bucky. Lovely work from TK and the cool guy. Nice flick movement from Tipbon. Here's TK. Oh, TK's run into a brick wall by the name of Condensed Milk, and ex-Bucky's released them down the left. Right at half-time, can they take the lead? Mick Paddywhack deflected in a corner.
Good skills there by Mick Paddywhack. But again, great defending from BVN. They have still been able to
somehow
keep their clean sheet.
Game does appear to be a little bit laggy to me, Nitin. I'm not imagining that, am I?
No, I think it looks okay. It might look on our stream that it's laggy, but the players may be playing in different conditions.
That's out for a goal kick, and it will take us to half-time. A scoreless first 45 between La Rojak and BrotherhoodVN as they battle it out in the 3rd place playoff for a chance to win $300 or maybe impress Nitin to get the $100 prize available for both the goalkeeper and player of the tournament. The stats tell the story there. The possession and the shots on goal dominated by the home side, La Rojak.
Yeah, but it's all been La Rojak, to be honest. BVN have had their opportunities where they have had a few counter attacks. They look a bit dangerous on it, but again, 0 shots on target tells the story. With regards to La Rojak, they have got in behind a couple of times. They've forced Rojak into a few saves. They've also hit the post in that first half, so unlucky not to be in the lead is La Rojak, but BVN are holding firm.
They certainly are. And how many times have we seen games, Nitin? We saw it in that incredible second leg of the semi-final between Singapore and Thailand in the C Nations Cup. We've seen teams looking relatively comfortable, and that's with leads, never mind at 0-0, and all of a sudden the game goes in a different direction.
Yep, we've seen so many times in this competition, you know, a 5-10 minute spell where either a team scores 2 or 3 goals back to back, and that can really suck the life out of your opponent. So, you know, as much as it may have seemed like a passive first half, things can change like this.
Carl Neo impressed with the creativity of Ivan Gaskarth in midfield for La Rojak, and also Jasper Tan saying, come on, make the possession count, La Rojak. Shout out Agul Manadiz, who says, come on to his cousin, one with Zin, who's playing left back for La Rojak tonight. Here is the aforementioned player manager, Ivan Gaskarth. Down the left-hand side, there's space for Micmac Paliwak. Give a dog a bone. He gave that back here a pass, and Micmac Paliwak is on a drive now. Micmac Paliwak to Condensed Milk in the area. Oh, they've got to be very careful there. And Bang Pam, who missed BrotherhoodVN's best chance down this end in the first half, gets it out for a throw to be taken by the Micmac man. The lazy Retro Kids gathers it well, and BrotherhoodVN are just starting to find stride in it. And remember, they've still got the home game to
we got
come.
a disconnection.
Oh dear, bot playing in the middle now for BrotherhoodVN. Yusuf will confirm which BrotherhoodVN player is disconnected shortly. TK to the edge of the area. They're one man down, but they're attacking. Tip on, great cross, and they got a shot away, and Fezzi Max had to be on his gun. And what's happened here? Oh, a free kick the other way. Anything could happen in this game at the moment, Nitin.
Yep, but Titbon feasted across the box, hoping to find Hoi Nguyen, but the linesman is
this Heisenberg that's down? Heisenberg, oh no, the player manager disconnected for BrotherhoodVN. Of all the players you don't want to miss, and of course that means, I'm assuming, Nitin, he can't even talk to his teammates now, can he?
If they are on a PlayStation party, once he's reconnected back to the internet,
he can still talk, but he can't play.
Speak to them.
Oh, lovely turn. Condensed Milk looking for the option. Condensed Milk, oh, just couldn't get there, and it's out for a goal kick. Of course, at this point, Nitin, if they were to get a smash and grab here, BrotherhoodVN, and win 1-0, that away goal could turn out to be absolutely priceless.
Yes, and that's still a possibility. You know, as much as we've said, La Roja, you know, they've been fantastic. They've created chances, but they haven't scored. So, with things at 0-0, BVN have everything to play for.
TK, it's a nice first-time pass from TK, headed away well by Allen, the left centre-back for La Rojak. Here's Ex-Bucky. Down the left-hand side, Ex-Bucker, they've given that away, that's lazy, and Titbon was on that like a flash. Titbon finds support with the Retro Kids. Retro Kids to Vincent Shin, the late replacement for Lin Hut at centre-back. Here's Bang Pam. They are starting to play with a bit more confidence now, BrotherhoodVN, Nitin.
Yep, and it's good to see. I think hopefully the leg issues are done, and they seem to be able to pass better. They seem to be able to direct their movements better. So I think overall positive signs for BVN here in the second half.
That was a tame shot from TK though that dribbled through into the keeper's hands. Here is Keane. Keane inside to Retro Kids. Retro Kids looking up. Finds a man on this left-hand side now. That's it again. Here's BrotherhoodVN. That's a good ball into the middle. And Raid of Guts had to be sharp. Ex-Bucky. You think the intensity just has gone up a notch in this game, Nitin, as we approach the second half. Giving it to Hoi Nguyen! And his shot wasn't perfect. Oh, what's happened here?
Oh my God, free kick.
It's a, oh, I thought for a penalty for a minute. It's a free kick on the edge of the area. We are yet to see a free kick scored directly in this tournament. We won't see one now, but here's TK!
Oh my God!
How was he missed? It looked like it went through the net, Nitin. TK with the best chance of the game, and it's got a begging for the Vietnamese.
We finally have seen a decent set piece here on the Pro Club Challenge, a decent shot taken set piece at least. Great work there by TK to create some space in the box. Very unlucky not to see that end up in the back of the net.
And it just goes to show how the gods of Pro Club work. BrotherhoodVN are looking more threatening. Now they've lost their player manager, Heisenberg. Work that one out. Sozio, another lazy pass, puts Ezek under pressure, but Ex-Bucky does well to recover. Condensed Milk finds Ivan Gaskarth. Sozio, this is now better from La Rojak, but can you name a winner of this two-legged tie now, people? Raid of Guts. Are we going to get a goal in the remaining 19 minutes of the first 90 in this two-legged tie to determine the third-place team in the inaugural One-Play Pro Club Challenge? That's a great ball. Condensed Milk plays it back into the area.
Great
Bucky!
goal! Oh my God!
Mac Padiwak gives his
What a
team
goal.
the lead, and La Rojak, seconds after nearly conceding, go in front. La Rojak 1, Brotherhood 0. Micmac Padiwak has done the business again.
That was a brilliant team goal, that touch from Ex-Bucky right at the end to lay it on the plate for Mikami. Mick Paddywhack rather, and it's a fantastic team goal, and that takes Mick Paddywhack up to 6 goals.
Wow.
He's now joined with Wu Yang Ping at the top of the goal scoring charts.
Is he doing enough though in the remaining 90 minutes plus this 15 to make a late stake for Nitten's player of the tournament decision? We'll find out later. Stay with us for that. We've got the grand final still to come. Tiki Taka against Amigos, and BrotherhoodVN now, I suppose, have to try and get this away goal, or at least not concede a second, to leave this game open and competitive as they go back to the Brotherhood Stadium in just a couple of moments' time, where hopefully they'll have Heisenberg back. Well, it's ironic, isn't it? How many times have we seen that as well, Nitin? Teams conceding seconds after they should have scored. That's how realistic FIFA is, because that's what happens in the real game.
Yep, and it's so annoying when that happens sometimes. Because, yeah.
No, carry on.
Oh, yeah, and it's just part of FIFA. Sometimes you know all you can do is press the shoot button, and sometimes if the game doesn't want you to score, you don't score.
Shout out to JT. Julian Tuig is watching a high.
Hey!
Oh, TK!
Oh, what a save!
What a save, Fezzy Max, to keep his team in front.
Wow.
I was about to say Julian Tuig, a high-flying media executive here in Singapore, and Fezzy Max is a high-flying keeper in Pro Club. But BrotherhoodVN are knocking on the door to get the equaliser with that precious away goal.
That's the save of the day so far. Fantastic stuff from Fezzy Max. I don't know how he saved that. It looked like it was going in, so much power on that shot.
Tell you what, you've got to hand it to Fezzy Max. He's been one of the goalkeepers of the tournament. He'll be in contention, I'm sure, for your goalkeeper prize. Hoi Nyang on the turn. Hoi Nyang's shots haven't had their usual venom in them tonight, Nitin.
Yep, he usually manages to, you know, get a bit more space, and you know, his body positioning has been a bit off today in terms of when he's taken that shots. Maybe just a bit more patience, get your body angle right, and you'll be able to get the power in your shots.
Jasper Tan says the Rojak centre-backs are swallowing absolutely every area ball that comes their way. Wong Giao Ling says 2-0 is coming here. Ooh, look at this. Very rare chance to see that angle and the spin being put on the ball.
Have a go, boys.
Can Rojak break the set piece soon to become the first team in this inaugural Pro Club Challenge to score direct from a free kick? They play it short. Nice movement.
Oh, good save.
And this time it's the trade again who comes up with the save.
Yep, great save by the cricket. Didn't have to move, knew where the ball was coming. Comfortable in that.
Shout out to Jassel Parak, our head of esports here at One Play Sports. He's looking forward to bringing you that new esports venture. We're all looking forward to seeing that.
Mobile Legends it is.
Mobile Legends. Get registering now. Go to the One Play Sports esports page for more details. I'm in Gascar. Here's condensed milk. Can they get a second goal right on full time? It'll be a hammer blow to the Vietnamese chances. Ex-Bucky's gone down. Nothing doing. It was a great tackle.
Great tackle there by the returning Vincent Shin.
Yeah, Vincent Shin, who's a late call-up. Have they got time to launch an attack? And the cool guy, they could get a shot away here. Oh. Still the cool guy, herring down the left-hand side. Can they get the shot away or win a penalty? The cool guy needs an option. Still the cool guy. Still the cool guy.
Hey!
And they'll get to take the corner. That was the run of the game. Corner comes in, headed away. Oh, my word, they should have equalised. And it was the bot. Would it have been a different story if that was Heisenberg playing for real? The bot very nearly leveled it up right on full time, and it was a slow start, Nitin, but that game certainly got going towards the latter stages, and the second leg will be finally poised. Rojak with the 1-0 lead.
Yep, the second half was fire, basically. You know, end-to-end action. Let's take a look at the highlights. Plenty of highlights, I think. Even though the game ended 1-0, we saw plenty of chances created. This was some solid defending from the BVN boys, showing their bodies on the line. And this was Bang Fam's header, near post header. We thought he could have done slightly better with that one. Again, BVN did create some chances.
That was their best chance in the first half, certainly, but that came after they'd survived onslaught after onslaught from the Rojak. Both keepers had good games, Trey Kid and Fezzy Max. Hoi Nyang was conspicuous by some of his slower scoring. That was another opportunity that
was
whistled
so
past the post.
Unlucky from TK, created space with the fake shot, but
this was the goal, wasn't it? Mick Paddywhack on the turn, absolutely sensational movement. You called it a great team goal in commentary, Nitin, and that it was.
It might be one of the team goals of the tournament. I have to say, a fantastic finish from Mikami brothers. Took it on the first touch, didn't give Trey Kid any time to settle or pick a direction.
And is this the chance for the last kick of the game, or one?
Yeah, this was the save from Fezzy Max.
Oh, what a save that was. And they had another great opportunity right on full time from the bot. Heisenberg disconnected early in the second half. We don't get to see that. I'm amazed we don't get to see that. Maybe the editor unable to cut that highlight, bearing in mind it was right at the end of the game.
Yeah, probably. I think that run from the cool guy though at the end kind of had shades of Ryan Giggs versus Arsenal in that FA Cup
semi-final.
It was something like that.
Certainly
if
was.
Only he could have had the
well,
finish.
listen, Trung Dang says this is intense. Wong
It
Giao
is.
Yang says this is so close. Indeed it is. Can BrotherhoodVN now they take the Rojak back to Vietnam for the second leg, come from behind to take the $300, and can any of the players impress Knitted enough to sway his decision when he makes the call on the goalkeeper and player of the tournament for the $100 cash prize between now and when we go off air, which will be around 12 o'clock. Still to come, the second leg of this one and the grand final between Tiki Taka and Amigos as Singapore take on Malaysia. Stay with us right here on One Play Sports.
The Summer FISU World University Games is coming to One Play Sports this June. A celebration of international university sports and culture, showcasing today's stars and tomorrow's leaders. Catch the highlights from the 2015 and 2017 edition from Monday to Friday, only on One Play Sports. Coming up on One Play Classic this week.
Welcome back live to the West Wing of the One Play eSports Spectrum, where after a 10-week journey that started all the way back on April the 2nd, tonight we crown our prize winners. $5,000 up for grabs over the course of this weekend on One Play Sports Pro Club. Tonight we give away 1,700 of those smackaroonies to the team that lifts the final, finishes runner-up, finishes third, and the goalkeeper and player of the tournament. At the moment, La Rojak have got one hand on that cheque for $300. But it's a precarious hand, Knitted, because BrotherhoodVN has shown they can be dangerous. And have they got an advantage? You still maintain it won't make much of a difference now they're playing in Vietnam, maybe even for the connection of the Malaysian players?
I think the connection might be better for them there. But, you know, it's weird because in that first half, they seemed a bit sluggish. They couldn't get their passes together. In the second half, suddenly they were snappy and things were going good.
They had spells, didn't they? 5 or 10 minutes when they looked the better team. But, say, for 60 minutes of that match, there was no question La Rojak.
I have to say, if in terms of the first half, La Rojak were totally dominant. But in the second half, if you ask me who had the better of the second half, I'd probably go with BVN.
Keep the comments coming. LSFC. You've got to like, share, follow, comment everything you see here on One Play Sports. And keep checking back past this weekend because, as we've already announced, we've got the Mobile Legends tournaments happening. New events and new genres being created all the time at One Play Sports. Give the One Play Sports eSports page a follow, and there's bound to be some new content as we come out of this terrible COVID-19 crisis and start to reignite with live sports. Mobile Legends. Get your registrations in by the 15th of June. Book early to avoid disappointment. Only 32 slots available. That tournament's on the 25th and 26th of June. Just a $5 per player. I tell you what, I'm going to have a go at it. I want that 270 bucks.
What's the tournament called?
Mobile Legends.
No, as in the tournament name.
Bang, bang! I like that. Is that a genre of the game, or have we come up with that?
Again, I don't play Mobile Legends. I'm not sure.
Is it Mick Foley that used to do that? Bang, bang. Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack, yeah.
Cactus Jack. Look at that. Great news. Looks like we're loading up. But hold on. Does that suggest that La Rojak are playing at home first? Are we playing both legs in? We're BrotherhoodVN on our home team check. So La Rojak against BrotherhoodVN. I think I may have inadvertently said La Rojak are Malaysian. That confuses me because, of course, ex-Bucky, the Malaysian lining up for the Singapore team, La Rojak, and Malaysia will be in action, as will ex-Bucky, against Singapore in the grand final of the One Play Sports Nations Cup. Here we are, final warm-up screen as we head to Vietnam. Can the BrotherhoodVN turn it round? A reminder, straight after this, we'll be heading to the grand final of the One Play Pro Club Challenge, the Causeway Clash between Tiki Taka of Singapore and Amigos of Malaysia. The Brotherhood Stadium is standing by. We'll be crossing there very shortly.
Before the match.
Disconnection, Antal. Disconnection. Now, they've got, who's this strike against? BrotherhoodVN, so that's their second strike of the night, their first one of this second game. The strikes don't carry over, do they, though? So they've got another strike so they can try again. It is frustrating, of course, because it's playing havoc with our schedules. But don't worry, we will be getting to Tiki Taka as soon as we can.
I wanted to ask you.
You can ask me anything.
You said Mick Foley, right, just now?
Yeah.
So who's your favourite character from Mick Foley?
I do love. Because I consider myself a bit of a dude love.
Dude love is dude love, baby.
Kyle Neo says Heisenberg probably sacrificed himself to give Brotherhood a morale boost. I mean, do players ever disconnect themselves if they're having problems and they don't think they're controlling their player well because of the server or whatever it may be?
I would rather.
Is there any deliberate disconnections you've ever seen, or have you ever deliberately disconnected yourself to help
Yeah.
your team because you're playing really badly?
Oh no! I don't deliberately disconnect. But you know, when you do get angry, if the same player makes the same mistake 5 times in a game and you're losing 5-0, you can just quit the game and go like, you know what? I don't feel like playing FIFA today.
We're rapidly approaching 11 o'clock at night, which means I'm sure lots of Causeway Clash fans are out in force now to cheer on Singapore and Malaysia as Tiki Taka take on Amigos. Can we start planting? Let's do a survey here. Help me with a survey. Get the Singapore and Malaysian flag. And, of course, if you're watching from Vietnam for BrotherhoodVN, plant those flags as well. I want you to plant the flag of the country you're watching from in the Facebook comments section. Great. Chong Dang's been an absolute joy to work with in this tournament. The Vietnamese national manager of the VN Brothers as well. Maybe he said, maybe can this happen as well? He's saying maybe Heisenberg's the one that caused the lag. If you've got one player, can he almost drag the rest of the team down with him if he's operating on a shoddy connection?
If his connection is very, very bad, and that's possible, again, I'm not sure if that's how the Pro Club servers work, but that's certainly how it works in Call of Duty.
Throw forward to the big final coming up later on. Amigos have got their star striker, Afifuero. And one of his fans, Akid Hakimi Zulkifli, is saying, let's go, Afifuero. Carl Neo's planted. What flag has Carl Neo planted there? Is that the Portuguese flag, Carl, you've planted there? I think he might be playing City Beggars. Will the Rojak defenders be terrified again, says Rezul Ko. Rouse and Ramen planting the flag of Singapore. Fox Crew is burning. Fizz, give us a rendition, Nitin.
Fox Crew's on fire. Your defense is terrible.
Hazmi says, Afifuero, Varus, amigo, arriba.
Arriba, Andre, Amigos coming up in a while. Yeah. We need to connect this match first.
You remind me a bit of wearing those shirts. You know who you remind me of?
Who?
Carlito. I wish I had an apple. I'd go, I spit in the face of people who are not cool. They've got it in the bag, says Jess Patan. Used to be Nova and Afifuero will both score, according to Amaral. Used to be Nova, who impressed in that second leg when they started getting the goals going. Fizzarif makes a great point. Tiki Taka's defence is terrific. Just that one goal conceded. They went over, I think, 720-odd minutes without conceding a goal. And even when they did concede one, with all respect to the team that scored it, La Rojak, it was kind of a dead rubber by that point, wasn't it?
Yep, 2-0 against DC Asienta, 2-0 against Maximus, 1-0 against the Hyenas, 3-1 against La Rojak. And we're seeing the player who scored against Tiki Taka actually playing up front now. Susu Pekat is the guy who managed to score against Tiki Taka, and he's due to play in the second leg.
Yep, we'll be looking forward to that coming up very shortly here live on One Play Sports. Remember, La Rojak with that 1-goal lead, and what a goal it was, scored by Micmac Paddywack. He gave his dog the lead, and it's a 6 goals, as you say, now joint with Wu Yang Ping. He'll be looking to get... Unfortunately for him, of course, there's no prize for the leading goal scorer in this one. There's no golden
we kind of
boot.
did the tournaments different. There's no top scorer prize here, but there is one for the C Nations Cup. But had there been a top scorer prize, Mikami, it would probably have not been yours because you're tied on Wu Yang Ping at the moment. But if you got an extra goal, you can leave with that on your resume. One Play Sports Pro Club Challenge top scorer.
But
class.
Wu Yang Ping's not going to get his chance to score another one. He's got 90 virtual minutes.
Exactly. That's why if they are tied on the goals, if they're on 6 goals each, then Wu Yang Ping will be considered the top scorer because he did it in less games.
Dins Haas says, Tiki Taka, go, go, go.
Go, go, go. Ale, ale, ale. Tiki Taka.
It's safe to say that these 2 Causeway finals we've managed to come up with this weekend, and I say come up with, they've been reached by Singapore and Malaysian teams on complete merit, both in the Pro Club, which was drawn randomly, and the One Play Sports C Nations Cup, which had a seeded draw. And yes, Singapore and Malaysia were seeded, but you almost had to get them apart as we did, and then make sure they both finished top of their groups, which they also did. Singapore, albeit doing it slightly unconventionally at times.
Yep, I think the stars have aligned for us to have 2 Causeway clashes in the finals. Yeah, in terms of the C Nations Cup, obviously Singapore had a bit of a rough start, but we've talked about their managerial changing issue, but you know it's all good now.
Kamal Hazim says, "What's happening here, guys? What's happening with the start?" I can ask that question to tournament director Youssef. Youssef, what's going down, buddy? Vietnam having connection issues. They're changing which player? Which player are they changing, by the way, Youssef? Do you know? Who Tipbon is dropping out? Who's coming in? Leslie Black. So that's a shame because Tipon actually didn't play too badly. I thought he played well in that game, Nitin, didn't you?
Yeah, he did well, but you know, if you can't connect, you can't connect. And thankfully, the BVN boys have plenty in reserve, lots of talent in the Vietnam Pro Club scene, so
yeah, Vietnam, one of the
they will
teams
cope.
that consider themselves very unlucky, I think, not to qualify for the semi-finals of the One Play Sports C Nations Cup. They've got strength in depth, and they proved it at club level. I mean, I think only one Vietnamese team went out in the round of 32. That was Pew FC. We've seen BrotherhoodVN, the VN Brothers, plenty of teams standing out from Vietnam. They're right up there with Singapore and Malaysia as ASEAN leaders in this genre.
Definitely, I wish the C Nations Cup had been done in a format where we had 5 teams in each group and the top 3 would have qualified or something like that. Because
hold on, just
I know.
have a word with yourself.
I know.
How does it work if 6 qualify?
Yeah, I know. Okay, never mind. But I wish we could have 3 to qualify because I do believe not just Vietnam but Myanmar also were very good in the tournament and since we're talking about the C Nations Cup, let's just bring this back.
Don't change the subject. Don't change the subject. Listen, Singapore aren't going to win. There's no way I'm getting egged. Can we just rewind? You know, we can make. We've got some time here now.
Yes.
You know, we've got some time while we wait for this game to connect. Explain to me in tournament football how you're going to work it if you qualify 6 teams out of 2 groups of 5.
We can do like a.
What are they going to play? Paper, scissors, stone?
No, actually, yeah, it doesn't make sense. But you know, we are rule breakers here at One Play Sports.
Yeah, we're trailblazers.
We do whatever we want.
Yeah.
So we could have done that if
Give
we
us a
wanted
song.
to.
We do what we want. Focus on Izan's dribbling, says Abdullah Al-Fazi. We'll try and do that. Mohammed Arfan, shout out to you, buddy. Izam is man of the match today, says Abdullah. Nitty and Patty, any giveaways for loyal viewers like us? I've got something for you. I'm going to be giving you an egg if Singapore win tomorrow. Never mind about that. Faisal Yusopi, early moral support, bro. Tomorrow is the big one. All the people are already coming online for the big Singapore-Malaysia clash tomorrow night. Tonight, he's ready for the Fox Crew hype carry, says Fizz Arif. I don't think we've overhyped any of these
I don't think
players.
we've overhyped him. When he scored a hat-trick, of course we're going to praise him. I don't think we've overhyped him. We've picked other players from his team to watch and all that. So, bro, I'm not sure where you're coming from,
Fizz Arif says, I hope Singapore execute their game plan properly tomorrow.
I hope so too. It'd be a very exciting game if they do that.
Sam Jiva is watching. Shout out to our dear friend Sam. It's great to have him here. Fizarif, I'm not sure how this works. He's saying Luke Lazarev, the great good sport as well, player manager for Tiki Taka. He's saying, Luke, break a leg. You can say that because, you know, that's what you say to actors to wish them luck, is break a leg. But if you don't say that to a footballer.
But why is that even a thing? Why would you wish them luck by saying break a leg?
That's actually a very good point. Why
doesn't make any sense.
Break a leg. That's a good. You couldn't say it to a footballer.
Break a leg, bro. Huh?
Break a leg in theatre. I'm going to listen. This is a learning experience. Break a leg in theatre. Let's see what the explanation is for this. Break a leg is a typical English idiom used in theatre to wish a performer good luck. Why? An iconic or non-literal saying of uncertain origin. Break a leg is commonly said to actors and musicians before they go on. The expression possibly reflects a superstition, perhaps a theatrical superstition, in which directly wishing a person good luck would actually be considered bad luck. So you wish them something bad. It's reverse psychology, bro. That's like you saying, that's like what Fezzy Max does with his match predictions.
Yes, he's breaking
Fezzy Max is at it. Look at that. That's music to my eyes.
Yeah,
the game plate there that says we're about to cross live to the Brotherhood Stadium. And you can see the final warm-up screens, and I think they're running out of chances. Please go through. Well, BrotherhoodVN are running out of time here. We want to be fair to them. We don't want them to lose a game because of poor internet. That seems harsh, but we've got to draw the line somewhere with BrotherhoodVN. And if you are just joining us online now, waiting to see Tiki Taka against Amigos in the One Play Pro Club Challenge Grand Final, you'll get it soon. We're at the Etihad, doubling up tonight for the Brotherhood Stadium, as it will be BrotherhoodVN in the white playing from left to right, and Rojak in the blue playing from right to left.
This is going to be interesting. If you just joined us, La Roja obviously won that first leg 1-0. So no away goals for the BVN. And
which, of course, puts huge pressure on Brotherhood if La Roja managed to score first. And they went out to a very quick start in the first leg. They've given it away here, though. Oh, is that Titbon is actually playing? We were told Titbon was going to make way for Leslie Black, but it looks like they've got their tits out on the pitch, Nitin.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see, you know. Everyone loves Titbon.
Oh, what a chance
what
that
is
was.
Happening there?
Well, Fezzy Max went walkabout.
Fezzy.
Watch out for 4 Fennant, says Azari, as the fans continue to stream to the page for the grand final tonight. Here's the Cool Guy. Cool Guy tries to get the return pass, and Sozio's taking no chances, belts it clear. But this is a promising start from BrotherhoodVN. They're looking brighter in the first half here than they did in the first leg. The Cool Guy tries to get it to Titbon, and I'm a Gaskarth. There's going to be a free kick, and is there a card here as well? There is. I thought I saw the referee brandish a card. We'll find out in a second. It's a free kick. 32 yards out to BrotherhoodVN. If they get the equaliser here, might have to wait a little bit longer for the Tiki Taka match, because extra time can be on the cards. Remember, these two teams already know what it's like to play golden goal extra time. The cool guy getting the golden goal for BrotherhoodVN. That free kick wasn't a bad one, but it's headed clear by Allen. Here's Micmac Paddywhack, the goal scorer from the first game. That goal at the moment deciding this tie. Condensed Milk, he's waiting for support from Micmac Paddywhack. Ends up passing it straight to Tip, but he's having a good start after potentially having connection problems early. Here's Ex-Bucky. Ex-Bucky to Iman Gaskarth. Iman Gaskarth down the left-hand side. He needs to look up and find an option to Iman, and he finds one brilliantly with Ex-Bucky. Ex-Bucky inside. This is beautiful. Condensed Milk squares it. Micmac Paddywhack.
What a save!
What a save from the traitor kid, who just about keeps BrotherhoodVN in it.
Yeah, that was a fantastic save. Great build-up again. You know, Ex-Bucky is so good at finding players in the box. He's really creative in that sense, I have to say.
Oh, kept him brilliantly by Condensed Milk. Looks up for the option. Look at this. The Condensed Milk man, he's full fat milk, never mind condensed. Lovely footwork. Inside to Azak. Azak to the edge of the area. Oh, it just drifted wide. Very nearly 2-0.
Very unlucky there. It was a very good effort, I have to say. The ball was on the bounce. He managed to catch it very sweetly, just drifted wide off.
Look at that ball from Tipman. He managed to squares it back to TK. And the defence holds firm. Allen's having a great game at centre-back for the Rojak tonight.
Yep, 15 minutes in, both these sides are showing that they want to score, and it's great to see. Obviously, if La Rojak score first, there's no chance of us going into extra time, so...
You're desperate for no extra time, aren't you?
Nah, I feel bad for you know, making the other players wait and all that, but, you know, if it happens, it happens.
Here's Iman Gaskarth. The Rojak looking to get that goal that would rule out extra time. If you are, by the way, tuning in to join us for Tiki Taka against Amigos, do not fear, we'll be crossing straight to that game with national anthems and all the pomp and ceremony that only one-play sports can do so well. This Saturday night, the 13th of June, on our big Grand Finals weekend. Remember, tomorrow night is the Grand Finals of the One-Play Sports Nations Cup. Indonesia, Thailand in the third-place game, and Singapore, Malaysia in the Grand Final. The flag's up, Period's offside, a free kick.
Yeah, it was a good cross. I believe it was from the cool guy. He really dropped in a very dangerous area in the box, and unlucky that there was no one there to capitalise.
Here is Tipbon, back to Retro Kids. He's having a real influence in this second leg. Tipbon, they'll be delighted he was able to connect in time. The cool guy, an influential tit on this right-hand side. Lovely cross inside. Is he going to drop? It's Raider Guts, I think, that got it clear. Here's Heisenberg, who is connected this time. He had a chance at the end of the first game, didn't he, as a bot to level it up, and it would have had a very different complexion had that got in right on full time in the first leg.
The away goal would have changed everything, but unlucky, you know, the bot came close.
Iman Gaskarth down the right-hand side, the player manager for Rojak. Tries to find Condensed Milk, but that's Bang Pem, who's another defensive player having a good game tonight. All four centre-backs have played well, to be fair.
I think all the defenders have done well. Even the left and right backs have been
linesman's flag is up here.
Oh, the
linesman's flag is up. It's a free kick. They played the advantage. Now, we've seen some good set-piece movement from both teams. Nothing resulting in a goal so far. But they're going to drift this into the area, looking for a head. It comes down, could drop anywhere. And Traitor Kid makes a really good save. And I think it was... was that Micmac Paddywhack again that got the shot in?
It was similar to that goal we saw in that first leg. Micmac on the turn, getting his shot away, but the Traitor Kid was well prepared this time, and another good save from a very good keeper.
Ong Diaz to TK, spreads it wide, the flag's up again. Getting a bit stop-start this second leg so far, and of course that'll probably suit the Rojak more than BrotherhoodVN.
Yep, it's expected though. You know, we saw the game start a bit crazily, both sides going all gung-ho to score, but the game has settled down a bit, and yeah, we'll see where the game takes us over the next 60 minutes.
Here he goes inside to Ex-Bucky. The Rojak, can they get a goal right before half-time that would really put BrotherhoodVN under huge pressure? They'd have to score 3, remember, then if La Rojak can get 1. Tipbon working his tits off, Tipbon. Now down the left-hand side, it's Ex-Bucky. Ex-Bucky looking up for options. It's Condensed Milk tracking back. Here's one with Zin. Ex-Bucky. Here's Micmac Paddywhack. And is he offside again?
He was. He came back from
an offside position.
He came back from an offside position.
What do you make of the standard of virtual refereeing during this pro club rotation here at One Play Sports? Have you been happy with the virtual referees?
Yeah, the virtual referees have been good. You know, I've had a word with them after some of the games, but yeah, they've been very cooperative so far.
Micmac Paddywhack. Here's Azik. Raider Guts, that's nice one-touch football. One with Zin, looks up, they're on the move here. Ola Rojak, Ex-Bucky, BrotherhoodVN have just got off the boil in the last 10 virtual minutes. 7 minutes to the break. Oh, Ex-Bucky, he ran that out of play and gives Tip the throw. Titbon inside. What's going on here? It's getting very scrappy this second leg, isn't it? The referee's very whistle happy.
Yeah, Titbon there. I don't know what he's doing, trying to push the player. Come on, Titbon.
So the cross will come in. It's going to be the in-swinger, which suggests they're going to try and go for goal here. Near post.
Ball.
Here's ex-Bucky. Squares it back.
Offside.
And again, they're offside. I think we've seen more offsides in this second leg than any game we've had so far. And how many games have we had so far? We've had 46 matches. I don't remember a match having more offside decisions in it than this one. And there's still a half to go.
Okay, I'll have a word with the fourth official after the game and the linesman as well.
Stay with us if you're joining us for Tiki Taka. Amigos, it's still to come as that shot just wide for Ivan Gaskarth. The skipper very nearly giving BrotherhoodVN a mountain to climb at as it stays 0-0. BrotherhoodVN have only got to score once and then it will go down potentially to golden goal extra time. Goodness knows how long it'll take them to connect for that one. Here's the cool guy, Sozio. Headed away by Ezak. BrotherhoodVN, I think they're going to just try and put the cue in the rack to get to half-time here, but they've got to be careful. We saw Thailand try this, didn't we? And it went badly wrong. But they've been patient. They're going to have time to launch one more. Here's the Titbon to Keane. Keane inside to TK, to the Titbon. Titbon, is he going to win a free kick in? No, gets the pass away. Here is Ezak to come to the rescue for the Rojak Football. Referees found 3 minutes of added time. No surprise with the amount of stoppages there's been. Ong Diaz gets it back for Brotherhood. The cool guy who's had a very quiet second game. Does well there, though. Gets it to TK. Can they get the shot in right on full time? Heisenberg looking for TK again. And good defending, this time by Raid of Guts. And that surely will take us to half-time. No, not yet. The cool guy, referee playing advantage here, and there'll be a free kick right on half-time.
Heisenberg there showing exactly why the player manager chased down every ball and won the headers.
Not the ideal position here for a left-sided player. They're going to surely have to just try and drop this in the penalty spot and score. They play it short. Micmac Paddywhack, TK. Here comes Titbon, deflected, and they'll get it away, and that will be half-time. Well, this game is still in the balance. On aggregate, the Rojak win 1-0 if it stays like this, but BrotherhoodVN have still got 45 minutes to turn it round, and Nitin, I still think any outcome here is possible, even though the stats show you the Rojak enjoyed the better of the possession. Look at that from BrotherhoodVN. 3 shots, 3 on target. I'm making a prediction now. If they can repeat that stat in the second half, they'll get a goal, but will that goal be enough?
Yeah, that remains to be seen. We've seen that La Rojak can create chances. They can get in behind. Traitor Kid has already made a couple of good saves in this game, I have to say, and yeah, at 0-0 is really finely poised with La Rojak winning that first game at 1-0. So if La Rojak get the away goal here, I don't see a way back for BVN. But up till that point, BVN have every chance of taking this into extra time or even winning this game 2-0 and closing it out here.
So the $300 game for third place, the final half of football. They've already played 135 minutes. There are 45 to play. It is La Rojak in the blue playing left to right. BrotherhoodVN in the white playing from right to left. Remember, La Rojak lead 1-0 on aggregate, and an early goal in this second half would leave BrotherhoodVN having to score 3. But if BrotherhoodVN can get the first goal in this one, it would be all square, and then it really would be a $300 check in the balance. Our business development director, Sharul, is in the office with his finger on the trigger in terms of writing the prize check. Can't confidently put La Rojak's name on it yet, and that was a good pass that Cassidy interjected. Well, look at that touch from Ong Diaz, though. Ong Diaz, beautiful cross, keeper comes. And Alan gets there before his own keeper. Bit of miscommunication there at the back for La Rojak. BrotherhoodVN pushing early. Nice work inside. But La Rojak have come away with it. There was a foul in back play. It's Condensed Milk holds the ball up, waiting for possession. It was Ivan Gaskarth who went down and then got back up. Here's Ezak. Oh, nice play from Ezak. Bit of trickery down the right wing. Ezak finds Condensed Milk. Condensed Milk, he'd be offside there, surely. No! That looked a mile offside, didn't it?
He did. And, you know, I have to say, in terms of left backs, we'll be seeing 2 of some of the best left backs in the tournament. Now we have Ong Diaz at left back for BVN, and later up we have Saini Rahmat at left back for Tiki Taka. 2 players who have really shown in that position.
Yeah, not dismissing easy gamer either, the left back for Amigos. Some great talent on display in the Pro Club sphere tonight. Ex-Bucky, Micmac keeps it in. Player in space, turns! And Ivan Gaskarth's shot is blocked by Bang Peng. You get the feeling there is a second goal in this tie, don't you, Knitted? Don't think it's going to finish 1-0, do you?
I think it might end 0-0 here. I struggle to see where the goals are coming from so far.
Heisenberg, just get the feeling someone's going to produce a bit of magic or a mistake's going to creep in. There it is! And there's the equaliser! The cool guy pops up with it, and we are all square on the night, all square in aggregate, And there's the goal that I saw coming. There is 30 minutes left, and now it really is. Next goal's the winner football.
That was great reading from the cool guy. The cross came in. I believe Hu Nguyen went in for the header. The defender was under pressure, couldn't get his header fully away, and the cool guy was there to pounce on the first touch, right foot volley. No chance, 1-1 on aggregate.
And I was going to say, that's the kind of expert analysis that I come up with. I can't see where the next goal coming from. 4 seconds
Bang.
later, bang, that's the kind of thing that I do.
But have you seen it all?
Huh? I've literally seen it all now. Well, no, I haven't, because the final's still to come.
Yes,
I'll literally see it all after Tiki Taka take on Amigos. Meanwhile, the Tiki Taka and Amigos boys might have to wait a little bit longer, because as it stands, we're heading to GGET, golden goal extra time.
Yeah, so stand by, guys. We'll be live till about 4
Oh,
a.m.
ex-Bucky! A great defending from Bang Pem. Yeah, be patient with us, guys. We will get to you. It's a big weekend with $5,000 up for grabs, and the only place to catch it all is live and exclusive on One Play Sports. Ex-Bucky! Was that a hand? No, it wasn't, and Heisenberg gets it away.
Yeah, you know, before you said it, I just said I don't see a way, you know, these teams are going to score, and then a few minutes later, bang, the cool
It's a
guy.
few seconds.
Yeah.
But it's the kind of thing I do. Commentator's curse when I commentate on the Singapore Premier League. It's always the way.
I didn't believe in the commentator curse until I started doing this.
Exactly.
It is very real.
It's reverse psychology. It's a bit like saying break a leg.
Yeah, I guess.
So you should start maybe saying the opposite in your analysis of what you think's going to happen if you want to be doubly clever about it. Don't give it too much thought, mate. You've done a tremendous job.
That's why
a star is born this Pro Club
That's
season.
why I went with a 5-2 prediction, because I knew it ended up 1-1. Or 1-1.
Here comes Retro Kid. You went with a 4-2 prediction, didn't you?
5-2, right, yeah.
Here is Keane down the right-hand side. Well, this would be some smash and grab from BrotherhoodVN if they could win it all now. Tip-on. Remember, if they get another goal, BrotherhoodVN, a 2-1 loss for the Rojak would still be enough. So more pressure.
Oh, good ball.
Was he onside? Oh, he didn't see it coming,
man.
and it ran through to Fezzi Max. And well might they rue that opportunity. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself then. Are we going to get another goal in the 90 minutes here, or are we headed to golden goal extra time?
I would say no. We are headed to golden goal extra time. I know our editor-in-chief, Hugh, wanted penalties today. Hugh, this might be the game for you.
Raid of Guts, condensed milk. Iman Gaskarth. Can Micmac Paddywhack get his 7th goal of the tournament to give the Rojak the win? Here's condensed milk. Ezak into the area. Oh, Ezak is muscled out of it. Great work from TK. Well, the cool guys had a quiet night so far, but he had that one mazy run and then that emphatic finish to level this one up on aggregate. And the $300, well, give away, and Alan gets it clear. Nerves are starting to creep in now. Thank you for your patience, everyone waiting for Tiki Taka and Amigos. It will be coming up shortly, both players and fans. Here's Hoi Yang. He's had a very quiet night, but he gets a great cross in there, edge of the area. And they ran straight past it. Still comes to the cool guy. Cool guy, great cross.
What a ball.
Headed away. That was absolutely exquisite from the cool guy. The Rojak at the moment hanging on, just 12 minutes to go. Next goal will win this. We're effectively in golden goal extra time already, Knitted.
It is. Oh, yeah. You're right.
Sozio gets it away. Here's TK. TK, cross comes in, headed away, edge of the area, Tits! And Micmac Paddywhack grabs the ball from Tip-on, and one with Zing gets it away, ex-Bucky. They're finishing the stronger here, BrotherhoodVN. How are the stamina levels looking for both teams? It looks to me, visually, that BrotherhoodVN are the stronger now, Knitted.
Yeah, the stamina levels don't really matter, though, because we'll be restarting this game if the score stays the same.
TK crossed into the middle. I was talking about for the last 10 minutes here, because it looks to me that they're out on their feet, the Rojak.
Oh, BrotherhoodVN might get caught out here.
There's only one player forward, though,
Offside.
for the Rojak football, and that player was actually offside, Micmac Paddywhack. So, are we heading to GGET?
Yes,
they play it
we
short. Heisenberg to the left-hand side. Heisenberg on a yellow card, remember, Bang Pem. Oh, nice one-touch football. Here's TK. Is there one more chance in this game? No, not with balls through like that. Did it take a deflection? No, it didn't. It's a GK. Goal kick. 4.5 to play. Again, thank you for your patience if you're waiting for Tiki Taka and the Amigos. Jasper Tan says, did you just say Tits? No, I said Tip-on. Tits for short. That's what we call Tip-on. It's a very affectionate name we like to use with Tip-on. When is the final? Afi Fierro can't wait, Camille. The final is coming.
After
Stand
this.
by. Will it be a hat-trick for Tiki Taka tonight, says Fizz?
Oh, that was a good cross. La
Certainly
Rojak
was.
could have stolen the win there.
Is there going to be one more chance? I just get the feeling there's a sting in this tail. Here's TK down this left-hand side. The cool guy. He's been brilliant in this final second half. Another good cross comes in. His crossing is superb, isn't it, the cool guy?
it's you know, he gets them into such a dangerous area from weird angles, and full credit to him. He's a master of the cross.
They look like they put the cue in the rack for extra time here, Rojak, don't they? And that could be a bad move because the cool guy has got them moving forward, but there won't be time.
Ref.
And we will go to extra time, golden goal. It's always the way, isn't it? Sod's law. So apologies to fans and players of Tiki Taka and Amigos, who will come to you very shortly. I'd like to request Tournament Director Yusuf to get some backsides kicked to make sure we get this extra time period underway as soon as possible. Let's look back at the highlights though first, because that goal from the cool guy does warrant another examination. It was sensational.
It was, and again, it was a deep cross that wasn't dealt with well by the Rojak defenders. And the cool guy read that perfectly.
And I said this at the start of the broadcast, the only two teams involved in both games that have already gone to golden goal extra time have gone for the third time. We've had 3 matches now go to golden goal extra time, and one of Rojak or BrotherhoodVN has been involved in all 3 of them.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. You have made history here on the One Play Pro Club Challenge. You're the first team, or the first 2 teams to go into extra time twice in the tournament. Yeah. Oh my God, how close was that shot? I didn't know it was that close.
And the goal when it came, I think I agree with you, Nitin. At the time, the game seemed to be meandering to a 0-0 draw. Yep. But it just goes to show you, this is obviously going to be in place for when we see Tiki Taka and Amigos a little later on. Going to be a little bit later, a lot later than the advertised time. You just don't know. You need that second goal cushion, don't you? Because anything can happen.
Yep, this was the goal from the cool guy. A great first-time finish. No chance for Fezzi Max. That would have meant the world to the cool guy. We've seen him sing the national anthem for Vietnam. So, yeah, congratulations, cool guy.
And
respect, extra time now.
And one other thing that's worth bearing in mind, the goal scorers, when they won through an extra time in golden goal territory, was overload for the Rojak. He's missing now a national service. And who got the extra time golden goal for BrotherhoodVN?
The cool guy.
He certainly did, and that was some goal as well. That was another one of his mazy runs that was finished off. Tournament Director Yusuf, how close are we to be able to get to golden goal extra time underway? Reconnecting now, I'm being told. Let me get some Facebook comments out the way then while we wait for this. Shout out to everyone who's being patient and standing by for Tiki Taka against Amigos. It is coming. Akid Hakimi Zulkifli Pen says Afid. We got Ayman Ashraf is with us. We've got Jasper Tan loving the game. Shafiq says this is very exciting. Shafiq wants penalties. If we go to penalties, we'll be here all night. Also, shout out to Wong Yao Liang, who predicted 1-1. He was spot on an aggregate. Lots of you asking when the final is going to happen. It's going to happen soon, guys. Stay with us. And in the meantime, LSFC. Tell them all about LSFC, Nitin.
Yes, please like, share, follow, and comment. We know a lot of you are already doing that, so we really appreciate what you've done for us so far. But for those of you who haven't, we're trying to create a wonderful little pro club community here in Southeast Asia. We're creating heroes. We saw a hero there in the cool guy, hero for his side, BVN. So if you like the kind of content we're doing, do give us a like, share, follow, and comment, and also do it for the One Play Sports esports page.
And indeed, at Nitin Nam too, the main man, the Prince of Pro Club, has got his fan page on Facebook as well. I had a look at that today. You've got like 5,000 fans, mate. You're going nuclear. You're up there with Britney Spears and like KSI now.
Yeah, I think I'm quite close to Britney Spears at this point.
You'd like to be quite close to Britney Spears, wouldn't you?
No, I like to be quite close to Titbon. He seems like a really good player.
Really? You prefer Titbon to Britney Spears? If I could lock you in a lift now with Titbon or Britney Spears, who would you choose? And I'm not talking Britney Spears now because she's let herself go a bit. I'm talking Britney Spears like in the Hit Me Baby One More Time days.
Then Britney Spears, for sure.
Just checking. Let's remind you what's coming up. The 3rd and 4th place playoff extra time period is on the way shortly. But let's fast forward past that to the grand final of the One Play Pro Club Challenge, where Tiki Taka of Singapore take on Amigos of Malaysia. A big causeway clash is on the way very shortly. Let's just have the visual confirmation of that, please, Vic. There we go, Tiki Taka against Amigos. That's to come immediately after. It says obviously 11 p.m, but because of the extra time in this Rojak Brotherhood game, we are starting a little bit later. And let's fast forward. Let me take you forward in time. As if I'm Marty McFly and this is Doc Brown next to me. Let me take you into the future. Sure. Less than 24 hours away, we start the grand final night for the One Play Sportsy Nations Cup. We start with the 3rd place game, Indonesia against Thailand. A chance to see Wayang Ping. And indeed, congratulate Zihars already, who with 6 clean sheets has already wrapped up the Golden Gloves. He can't be caught by either Singapore's Derek Lim or the Malaysian keeper in that one. That's scheduled for 10 p.m. and then immediately after that, a big causeway clash. We're going to hear from Fandi Ahmed, who's wishing both teams luck, obviously leaning on the side of Singapore. We've got all the pomp and pageantry of the national anthems to come as well. That's tomorrow night for you. Let me get back to you with your prediction. Who's going to come through in golden goal extra time here, Nitin, as we cross live back to the stadium?
I'll have to go with Singapore. Oh, the game's on.
Here we go. Who are you going for here, Nitin? The Rojak or Brotherhood?
I will stick to my prediction of Rojak.
Okay, and it's Rojak coming forward quickly. Remember, next goal wins. This is his golden goal territory now. And we are playing, if that's got any significance, the extra time in Vietnam's Brotherhood Stadium. Here is Condensed Milk. Great start this. Rojak seems like they want to win this early. Iman Gaskarth. Well marshalled, and that's good defence from BrotherhoodVN, and TK gets it off the Rojak player for the throw-in to go the way of the Vietnamese. Ong Diaz.
Yeah, guys, let us know in the comment sections who you think will score and in what minute they'll score. If you see this going to penalties, let us know.
Shout out to Ayman Reza going on for the Amigos. Alif says, come on Malaysia, come on Fox Crew, says Jason Todd. Great to have so many of you with us. Keep the shouts coming on the Facebook page. The grand final is not too far away now. The next goal is the winner here in the third place playoff pageant. Golden goal, extra time. There's Condensed Milk. It's no question the Rojak's made the brighter start to this extra time period, Knitted.
Yeah, they seem the more comfortable on the ball.
Oh, lovely ball through to Condensed Milk!
Oh,
straight to the traitor kid who made it look easy.
Yeah, you know, he made it look very easy. There was a good shot from Suso Pekat. Showed very good feet to get past his defender. Nice little drag back. But no problems for traitor kid. Caught it like as though it was a balloon.
Here's Tipbon. Oh, he's had it nicked off his pocket by Condensed Milk. Condensed Milk getting the better of Tipbon there. Ex-Bucky. Tipbon misses out again. He's having a terrible start to this golden goal extra time period. Tipbon. Iman Gaskarth. Rojak knocking it around. Here's Ex-Bucky into Iman. Iman back to Ezak, and TK brings it away. Now BrotherhoodVN look to catch the Rojak out on the counter. They're moving the ball quickly. Here's Hoi Ying. Is in a very disappointing night by his high standards. Tries to find his man down the left-hand side. Can they keep it in? They can. The cool guy does really well. Rare to see the cool guy down the right-hand side as Micmac Paddywhack gets it wide. And of course, important to note that even though this is golden goal extra time, it's in the energy and the stamina of these players resets itself, doesn't it?
Yes, every time you start a new game, your stamina resets. And both these guys are pretty much fully fit right now.
Iman Gaskarth through to Retro Kids. And Retro Kids is out wide to Ong Diaz. He's played 17 minutes. We'll play 2 regular 45-minute periods here in golden goal extra time, and penalties. Bearing in mind the first 2 games finished 1-0 apiece, you can't dismiss the possibility of penalties yet, but surely, Knitted, someone's going to crack here in the next 70 minutes.
I do believe we will get a goal, but as I mentioned earlier, our editor-in-chief Hugh wanted a penalty shootout, and this could be the game for him.
Key drifts it wide, headed away. Certainly the brighter start's been made by Rojak, but the only saves Traitor Kid has had to make so far are pretty routine ones. There's not been any desperate defending, and we saw plenty of that in both games from both teams. Iman Gaskarth. That took a deflection, and Keane should be able to get it away. Here's Heisenberg, the player manager. Great to see, by the way, that bar that disconnection from Heisenberg in the second half of one of the legs, they both appear, despite their problems of getting the games underway, to be comfortable enough with their connections so far.
Yeah, great to see all 11 players on the pitch. We know how important this game is. What kind of ball is that?
Over the top, lots of Rock Kidders fans getting ready to see the popular Malaysian goalkeeper in goal for the Amigos in the grand final. Here's the first quarter of extra time. It goes to BrotherhoodVN. Remember, next goal's the winner. It's worth $300 to whoever scores the next goal for his team. They're going to the in-swinger. It's the $300 goal, this, that we're searching for.
Will someone get it here?
In it comes. Oh
my God!
From Bang Pen. That's the second time he's nearly scored from a corner. Bang Pen. It's over the bar, and we're past the halfway mark in this first half.
Yeah, very unlucky there. Bang Pham, very powerful header. I thought it was in.
Raid of Guts to one with Zin. One with Zin to Iman Gaskarth. Apologies again if you're hanging on for the grand final. Tiki Taka for Amigos. It is coming immediately after this. Here's Hoi Ying. Tipbon loses out. Here's a chance for the Rojak to break. Through the middle comes Izak. Izak finds a man on the run. That man is Condensed Milk. We've seen him score some big goals in this competition. Izak tries to find it through to Micmac Paddywhack. Can he give his team $300? Cross comes in. It's headed away by Keane, but the Rojak are knocking on the Brotherhood door. Ex-Bucky inside, and that's good defensive work. And Hoi Ying, look how deep the centre forward is, though. BrotherhoodVN to me look like they're scrambling here, Nitin. They don't seem to have a game plan to try and score a goal. their objective seems to be to take this to penalties at the moment.
Yeah, I think they have a defensive first kind of approach, and they try not to concede, basically.
Here they come again, condensed milk inside. Rojak looking at the crisper, the sharper of the two teams. Iman Gashkar, good work from Heisenberg, and TK has his first influence in this extra time golden goal period. Here's Heisenberg. They've upped a gear out of nowhere in this matchup tonight already at times, BrotherhoodVN. They need to do it again. No question, if it's BrotherhoodVN that get this golden goal, extra time goal, the Rojak will be sick knitting. They'll probably think they should have won this game in the 180 minutes.
I think they could have won this game in that first leg. They should have won that game 2-3-0. They had the chances to, and it's coming to bite them back later on. But, you know, I still have faith in them. I do believe they'll create chances, and I do believe they'll get the goal. But BVN are looking very solid at the back at the moment, I have to say.
Ong Diaz with the throw. There doesn't seem to be any urgency about what BrotherhoodVN are doing. I wonder whether they're mentally tough. I mean, does that come into it? When you have to play these pro club games, Nitin, surely the concentration levels, I mean, they've been playing these guys now for nearly 40 minutes. They've been involved in this matchup for nearly 40 minutes of real time. Does that play its part at all mentally?
I think 40 minutes is still okay. Once you start going into the 1.5 hours and the 2 hours, that's when you start to get some fatigue.
Different kettle of fish, though, when you're playing for money. Tipbon, headed away by Sozio. That was a great cross from Tipbon. Here is Heisenberg over the top. Not going to get Fezzi Max out like that. Fezzi Max, it looks like we're going to go to a second half of golden goal extra time now. Penalty shootouts, a real possibility here. Here is Leslie Black to TK. Apologies once again if you're joining us, waiting for Amigos and Tiki Taka in the Causeway Clash for the grand final. We will be bringing it to you as soon as this match is concluded. Stay with us for that, the national anthems and all the pomp and pageantry to come as well. Here's the cool guy. Cool guy chips it to the middle, and condensed milk. Nick McPaddy, I don't think he's going to have a chance here to score. Maybe. Ref's going to blow now. Certainly, it's out for a throw-in.
Good half, guys.
Good half from both teams, but you say a good half, Nitin, a little bit underwhelming. I think we're getting to the point now where these teams need to make a decision whether they're going to really try and take some chances. I can understand them wanting to go to penalties, but ultimately, don't you think it's more glorious to win a $300 check by a golden goal than it is by a penalty shootout?
I agree, but you know, we've seen a very I don't know how to put it. It's been a weird first half here.
It's been a weird game all time. It's been a weird tie because BrotherhoodVN have looked the better team by miles in very short segments, but the Rojak over the period have dominated, really. they
have, and but they, you know, having said that, they haven't created too many clear-cut chances. I don't remember Traitor Kid having to make too many fantastic saves. They've all been pretty comfortable so far, and yeah, it's just been a weird game in the attacking sense. I think both teams just haven't got it to click in the final third.
So here we go, second half of golden goal extra time. The next goal is the winner. Will it be the Blue Boys of the Rojak or the White of BrotherhoodVN to confirm that $300 prize? Our Czech writer Sharul is standing by to ink in the name of the winning team. Remember the grand final still to come, the $800 game between Tiki Taka and Amigos. Stay with us for that as Raid of Guts gets it to Ex-Bucky. Ex-Bucky over on this left-hand side, and just like they did in the first period of extra time, the Rojak are starting stronger in the second, but Traitor Kid manages to claim that.
Yeah, easy claim there from Traitor Kid. 3 minutes into the half, and it seems like we've got pretty much as the same first half.
Alif Hassan says, where are the Amigos? The Amigos are coming, my friend, don't panic. Amigos and Tiki Taka are on the way. Ezak through the middle to Mick McPaddywack. Here's Ivan Gaskarth. This is nice from Rojak. Here's Condensed Milk. Condensed Milk inside. Mick McPaddywack. Closed down and eventually gives it straight to the cool guy. And BrotherhoodVN now can try and break. Here's Leslie Black over the top, and there's a white shirt up there, but headed away brilliantly by Sozo.
I just counted how many men BVN had in the box when La Rojak were attacking. They had 8 men in the box, so
they're playing for penalties, aren't they?
It's incredibly hard for La Rojak to find anyone.
Yeah, I don't like that, by the way. I mean, I can't criticise them from it officially, but from a personal point of view, teams that play out for penalty shootouts, you know, don't like it in real football, and I don't think I'm a fan of it in pro club. You almost want them to get what they deserve. It's like that parking the bus mentality, isn't it? It's like parking the bus if you need a draw to pick up a precious point in a league race, but why favour penalties? But hold on a second, Hoi Yang, who's done nothing all night. How quiet has he been, their star striker?
Yeah, but you know, I don't blame him. There's been zero service for him to attack. All BVN have done is play to the wings and start crossing in crosses from weird angles, and it's very hard for a striker to time your runs based on that.
Here's the cool guy, out to this left-hand side, crossed in, headed away. Only as far as Heisenberg. Tip-on, Heisenberg. This is the best possession they've enjoyed throughout extra time, BrotherhoodVN. What can they turn it into? Allen heads it away. And the Rojak will try and get cracking up the other end. That's a nice touch through to Iman Gaskarth. Again, they've got a man on the left-hand side they might try and pick out here. Iman Gaskarth holds it up. He's trying to get the man through the middle. And that man's condensed milk to Micmac Paddywhack. Good defending. The defence has been on top here. Incredibly, just 2 goals now in 242 minutes of Pro Club action. Are you expecting the grand final to be this tight-knitting as well?
Initially, yes, but I do believe once the teams have a feel for each other, it will not be such a game because Tiki Taka and Amigos are both offensive sides and it shouldn't be like this, I feel.
Here's the cool guy, TK. Here is Raid of Guts. Oh, he's given it away to Leslie Black! And again, if only they weren't playing so defensively minded, they've had more players forward, BrotherhoodVN. TK with the cross, headed away by Allen. Allen's won every area of battle that's been asked of him in that central defensive role for the Rojak.
Which is weird because the one goal that BrotherhoodVN scored came from one of those crosses and it was a poor header away. So
Zach headed in. And this game is really petering out now. Neither of these teams seems to want to try and make magic happen. Is it like they both won a penalty shootout? It's extraordinary. The cool guy, Sozio.
I don't think they won penalties, but the game has
they're playing like they do. It's petering out this game.
It is. It's become a bit of a stalemate here.
Apologies. Lots of you asking when the final's coming. It is coming. Don't worry. Ex-Bucky. Here's Ezak. Ezak over the top. It will be broadcasted immediately following the conclusion of this third place playoff, which has gone very long. I mean, to be fair, we say this, it's a bit of a dead rubber, isn't it, in World Cups and European Championships. They don't have it in the Euros anymore, I don't think. They do in the World Cup, the third place game. But this is an advocate for me to be doing away with third place playoffs. I hate to say it. We obviously want as many people as possible to win prize money. But it kind of detracts from the main event. And it's different if one of these games to lift a trophy is being played in this cagey fashion. But when you're talking about third place, it's almost... You know, traditionally, third-place games have been played in a slightly more overt and exciting manner, if you want. But again, we put the prize money up there for third place, so they're excited to take it seriously.
Which is why I went for the 5-2, but that's exactly the opposite of how this game has panned out.
One with Zin. Raid of Guts. Come on, someone make something happen here. There's Condensed Milk. Here's Sozio. If you're listening, the Rojak or BrotherhoodVN, go out in a blaze of glory here. Penalty shootouts are all well and good, but you want to win games in exciting, dramatic fashion in open play. Cross comes in. Oh, that's a defensive mistake by Allen, and he just about got away with it. It'll be a corner ball, and it's a while since BrotherhoodVN have had a corner to work with. We are just 11 virtual minutes to the penalty shootout. Here we go at the Brotherhood Stadium. And now they're taking forever to take the corner. BrotherhoodVN, they've got a man in space on this far side. Heisenberg! And it's just wide from TK. And that's the closest we've come to a goal in goal extra time. It was deflected out for a corner kick. BrotherhoodVN going for the outswinger. They switch the taker.
Unlucky there by TK. A decent set piece routine though.
Bang Pam looking for it. Headed away by Allen. And now the Rojak will try and catch them out because they have players for the first time committed forward for the corner. Can the Rojak take advantage to the other end? Ex-Bucky. Over the top it goes. And again, the defence of BrotherhoodVN, which has been brilliant all night, holds firm. They're giving it away. And Keane recovers. And now again they come forward. We're now just 7 minutes away from a penalty shootout. Here's Keane. Keane to Retro Kids. Heisenberg. TK. Ong Diaz. And Iman Gaskarth. Raid of Guts out to this left-hand side. And one with Zin. Ex-Bucky. This extra time, effectively extra game, if you like, has been very disappointing from a quality point of view. Leslie Black, nice leave. Gets it to Tip-on. Can Tip-on come up with a telling cross? He very nearly did, but Sozio gets a touch. That should be a throw to BrotherhoodVN and is. TK, is there one more chance in the extra time period here? Inside it goes to Heisenberg. Heisenberg in the end, referee ducked out the way there. Referee playing his part in the game. But we are headed surely now to a penalty shootout, and I'm afraid to say we are now 35 minutes behind schedule. No one could have predicted, though, the connection issues, and for the first time again going to penalty. So apologies if you're hanging on, and many thanks to the players of Tiki Taka and Amigos for their patience, as well as the fans who will come to you shortly. Micmac Paddywhack to Tip-on, who does very well, but have they got time to launch this attack? They'd be winning it now in the most dramatic of circumstances. A shout out to tournament director Youssef to get that penalty shootout teed up as quickly as possible. Oh, condensed milk really wins it at the death, but it's over the bar and we're going to penalties.
Extra time first.
No, that's ludicrous. We need to go straight to a penalty shootout. We can't play a fourth game. I mean, what kind of nonsense is this? Sorry?
They'll continue the extra time, Yula.
Well, that's ludicrous. That is ludicrous. I don't want that. If you can change it, you said they need to go straight to penalties. I'm sorry, guys. That's not the way football works. I'll leave that to tournament director, but that's a shambles if that's the case. Don't tell me we're going to have to watch more extra time. Okay, well, we should have played extra time at the end of the second leg then. Anyway, never mind. We're going to have to go to an extra time period of 15 minutes now, which at least means we'll get more action to try and get this golden goal. So we're effectively now playing a third period of golden goal extra time. I appreciate it's the game mechanic, but apologies once again to Tiki Taka and Amigos, the two sets of players and fans waiting for our grand final. Been disappointed in this third place playoff game, Nitin. If we were to do one of these tournaments again, I think I'd bin it, quite frankly.
Yeah, I agree. It's
supposed
to be
the players have to, and they're playing for money, they have to take some responsibility. I don't think neither team has done enough to try and win this. It's been disappointing, but we still have $300 up for grabs. And Heisenberg down the left-hand side to TK. TK, we're playing official extra time now. Here's TK crossing into the middle and headed away. Mick-Mac Paddywhack. Thanks once again to the patience of Tiki Taka and Amigos for hanging on. We are, I'm afraid, going to be not having the presentation ceremony for the $300 prize to the winners of this tournament because we're wanting to crack on straight away with the grand final. So we will be getting the $300 winning prize to the winners of this match, which at the moment, barring a miracle, is going to go to penalties. They've been disappointing, both these teams, haven't they?
Yeah, I think the styles of play just didn't match today.
I think that's a fair point you make, Nitin, actually, in defence. Maybe it's just, that, you know, they say in boxing, styles make fights, and here maybe the styles have just neutralised each other out. But having said that, at times that they've really committed to the best. Mix-Mac Paddywhack, is this the goal? Ezak, great save! Great save from the traitor kid. As Cassidy gets it clear over on this left-hand side. Come BrotherhoodVN. The players seem to have disappeared. The icons seem to have disappeared over the heads of the BrotherhoodVN players as well. But just to confirm, they're still playing. There's not bots lining up there, is there?
Not yet. As far as I can see, everyone's still connected.
Mick-Mac Paddywhack, Heisenberg. This shambolic scrambling of a game continues down the left-hand side. Mick-Mac Paddywhack, he's being lively now. Mick-Mac Paddywhack, cross inside. And Ezak comes up with the golden goal, which is worth $300 to Rojak. Congratulations to the Malaysians. They finally got it after playing effectively 115 minutes of extra time. It's finally scored by Ezad. The game will be abandoned. And Ezad, with his first goal, I think, of the entire tournament, has won $300 for Rojak.
Yep, that was a fantastic goal, great build-up.
Can we lose the game, please, guys? Thank you. Let's lose the game now. Thank you very much. Yeah, sorry, Nitin, carry on.
Yeah, but a great finish from Izan. Izak. Yeah, it was a great build-up again, as we've seen many times. La Roja got in behind the channels, managed to get the drag back in, and Izak was there, open in space, tapped it home. No chance for the traitor kid, and congrats to La Roja. You have finished third place.
Listen, congratulations, guys. Rojak get third. We'll be getting that $300 check to you. And if we get time at the end of the night, we'll award that check with the other prize presentations. But we need to get cracking now because, obviously, many thanks to fans and players of Tiki Taka and Amigos. You've been brilliant. We're going to take a very short break. Stay with us. We'll be back in less than 60 seconds with our grand final in the inaugural One Play Pro Club Challenge 2020. Tiki Taka and Amigos, finally, we're going to get things going. Stay with us.
The Summer FISU World University Games is coming to One Play Sports this June. A celebration of international university sports and culture, showcasing today's stars and tomorrow's leaders. Catch the highlights from the 2015 and 2017 edition from Monday to Friday, only on One Play Sports. Coming up on One Play Classic this week. Summer FISU World University Games is coming to One Place Sports this June. A celebration of international university sports and culture, showcasing today's stars and tomorrow's leaders. Catch the highlights from the 2015 and 2017 edition from Monday to Friday, only on One Place Sports.
After 31 epic matches, it's time to crown our One Play Pro Club Challenge champions. It's Singapore against Malaysia, Tiki Taka against Amigos, with $800 on the line, next live on One Play Sports. I will welcome friends and thanks for staying with us, and many thanks to the fans of Tiki Taka and Amigos. Congratulations to Rojak in what wasn't the most inspirational game of all time. They've won their $300. We will try and present them with their check at full time, but in order to make the Tiki Taka and Amigos fans happy, we want to race straight on with our main event. It's the grand final of the One Play Pro Club Challenge. Here's a reminder of the prize money that's up for grabs. It is huge, huge, I tell thee. 800 Singapore dollars for the winner. The runners up $400. We've already seen Rojak claim the $300 prize, courtesy of that extra goal, golden goal from Ezak. We've got player of the tournament for $100 Singapore, and goalkeeper of the tournament, $100 Sing dollars. Nitin, you've still got to make those decisions. Have you got players in mind for those two awards, the player of the tournament and the goalkeeper of the tournament? And could big performances in this grand final still sway you one way or the other?
Yes, I have players in mind for those individual prizes, but we'll save them till the end of the final. A few of them are playing in the final, so their performances in that game will determine who is the player of the tournament, in my opinion.
Okay, so let's get straight into the action. Don't want to keep you waiting any longer than possible. We are going to have the national anthems because that's what we're all about here with the pomp and pageantry at One Play Sports. It's Tiki Taka, only conceded one goal in an incredible 4-game run to the final, and this is how they did it. Beating DCSEN to 2-0. Same score for Maximus. Came through against Hyenas of Thailand 1-0, and then they were already 3-0 up when the Rojak got was only a consolation in that semi-final. In the other side of the draw, well, Amigos did their best work as the tournament went on, didn't they? They only scraped through against one Godlike, 2-1 on aggregate. They thrashed VM Brothers, and then those two convincing, and they were convincing 3-0 wins against Thai Gang and BrotherhoodVN. And as we've just seen from Rojak, it ain't easy to score 3 goals against BrotherhoodVN the way they defend. So on those pathways to the final, whose has been the more impressive?
I would have to say Tiki Takas, because they've only considered that one goal. They played some really top opposition. But having said that, Amigos too, you know, we talk about Tiki Taka having only considered 1 goal throughout the entire tournament. The Amigos have considered 2 goals throughout the entire tournament. So they are equally good as at the back. So it's hard to choose one or the other. But if you ask me, I'd pick Tiki Taka.
All right then, let's get stuck into the starting lineups for tonight's 2 top teams. And they are teams packed full of talent. But it should be said, bizarrely, Tiki Taka with no Singaporean internationals involved in tomorrow night's C Nations Cup final. That's because the club as a whole have decided to concentrate on club football and shun the opportunity to represent their country. That's not the case with the Amigos, though, Nitin. They are led by a star for club and country, both on the pitch and in the dugout.
Yeah, but let's start with the home side. We start with Tiki Taka. They have, of course, Danny Buffett in goal, Mantoba, Zairi, Yuns, and Saini, and make up the back 4. A fantastic back 5 they have, including the goalkeeper. Lixens and Indra provide good CDM defenses. Fanon 11 on the right, One Porcupine, a player who I love, a very balanced attacking midfielder. And Luke Lazarev, of course, the player manager playing left attacking mid. And of course, we can't forget that Fox Crew's on fire. Oh, not yet, lah. Okay, slowly, yeah.
Hold it in,
He's got 1,398 games, 1,456 goals, and 452 assists. So Fox Crew is literally on fire all the time. With regards to the Amigos, Arriba, Andre, they are playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Rock Killer in goal, Easy Gamer left back, KSI and Irfan at centre backs, Max Nevis right back, Grill, central defensive midfielder, Tafik and Rivox make up the impressive central midfield duo. And at camp, they have Hakim, a very underrated central attacking midfielder. Doesn't really get too many goals, but he's a very effective player for his side. And up front, of course, the big change is no overload. They have used to be Nova. Who is he now? And Afifuero up front. Afifuero, of course, has 4 goals, and Fox Crew has 5 goals. So these 2 guys could be in you know, if they get enough goals, they could end up as top goal scorers in the tournament.
So plenty of superstars on display, but who has made the cut in Nitin's spotlight highlight reel? Is that burning I can smell?
Fox Crew's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Fox Crew was on fire indeed, giving all the spectators a lesson in finishing. Clinical as you can possibly be with his first goal. Got involved in the build-up for the second before being found by creative extraordinaire one Porcupine perfectly. That's a difficult finish. A driven effort across the keeper finds the side netting. Just brilliant. He saved the best for last, however. A wonderful individual effort, fooling the defender with a meme-worthy ball roll before blasting it in off the post. Fox Crew is on fire, but are the Amigos terrified? For the Amigos, arriba, Andre. I have gone with their team manager, Rivox. The guy is a legend, a midfield leader, player manager who leads by example every time he steps out on the virtual pitch. Scored a brilliant goal in the semi-final and will be looking to win the midfield battle for his side tonight. Tiki Taka have a Fox, but the Amigos have Rivox.
Can I just compliment you? That's your final spotlight on players of this Pro Club Challenge tournament. You've been top work, buddy, and you've always highlighted the players that have usually delivered on the matches as well. So great work, buddy.
Thanks, bro. It's been a lot of fun doing them. I wanted the final one to be a bit extra special, so worked on it a bit harder today, and hopefully the players that I highlighted deliver.
Action not too far away now, but obviously because a lot of you go to the trouble of going on Facebook, LSFC, like, share, follow, comment. Let me get some shout-outs. Imran Sharimi is with us. Shami Thiang is here. Afik Faza, we've got Daniel Tan, we've got Jasper Tan, Harris, Daniel Sharil, Amarul Hakim, LSFC, all of you. Ahmed,
Thanks,
Fuad, Zayad, we've got Fuzarif, Shafiq, Ayman, loads of you. Far too many to mention. I'll do my best to get some more shout-outs at the course of what we hope is going to be an exciting time. But now, after a journey that started on April the 2nd, 10 weeks later, 32 teams have been whittled down to the 2. I think Nitin and myself are both in agreement the best 2 teams have made the final, and it is a causeway clash. It's Singapore against Malaysia. So to give it the pomp and ceremony it deserves, would you all join us wherever you're watching, whether it be Singapore, Malaysia, or all over the world, as this tournament's done such a good job of bringing us all together during these COVID-19 times. Please be upstanding as we cross live to Singapore. Vina Varisha sings the national anthem of Singapore, Majula Singapura.
Mari kita rakyat Singapura sama-sama menuju bahagia, cita-cita kita yang mulia, berjaya Singapura. Semangat yang baru, semua kita berseru, majulah Singapura, majulah Singapura, marilah kita bersatu dengan semangat yang baru. Semua kita berseru, majulah Singapura, majulah Singapura.
Lovely. That was fantastic. Many thanks to Varisha. Do give Varisha a follow on Instagram, because she's an Instagram sensation, and with her voice like that, you can understand why. Now we cross live to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Don Fury, the player manager of Playball Mai, is ready with Negaraku.
Negaraku, tanah tumpahnya darahku, rakyat hidup bersatu dan maju, rahmat bahagia Tuhan kurniakan, Raja kita selamat bertata. Rahmat bahagia Tuhan kurniakan, Raja kita selamat bertata.
Lovely stuff from Don. Well, that was really uplifting. After that, not so inspirational third, fourth place playoff, but congratulations to the Rojak. The national anthems are just what we needed to get those juices flowing, get the blood racing. And we are now in for a treat, I think, here. Causeway clashes are always something special. Nitin, what is your prediction here?
I'm going with Tiki Taka 2-1 on aggregate.
2-1 for
close.
Tiki Taka. Leave your predictions and plant your national flags in the Facebook comment section as we cross live to the Tiki Taka Stadium. It'll be Singapore at home in the first leg, represented by Tiki Taka. Looks like they're wearing the Barcelona home kit as well. Amigos will be in the yellow, playing from right to left in this first half. Hopefully no more connection problems. Singapore and Malaysia maybe a little bit more reliable than that Malaysia and Singapore and Thailand Vietnam issue we had at the start of the night.
Fingers crossed the stars will align and we'll have two good connections because the One Play Pro Club deserves it.
Okay, looks like the connection is fine. That's great to see. Let's get to Tiki Taka Stadium. For Tiki Taka, playing in that Barcelona kit they've worn with such distinction over the course of the last 10 weeks against the Amigos in yellow, who will surely provide them with their sternest test so far. Remember, they've just conceded 1 goal all tournament, but Afi Fierro is trying to make it 2 in double quick time. And look at this, they're coming at them right out the gate. The Amigos trying to launch an assault on the Tiki Taka goal, and Afi Fierro looks really up for this.
I think they understand the importance of the away goal, and the Amigos will be going all out to get it because that could be the difference tonight.
Here's Max Nevis. Well, this is a very promising start from the Amigos. Afi Fierro in the area. They had Sant Ramat, one of the superstar left-backs of the tournament. Even he was left standing by Afi Fierro. And that was all hands to the pump, but it took Jens van Persie to just belt it clear. Tiki Taka haven't started yet. I don't think they've been allowed to by the Amigos play. Look how good this is from the Malaysians, Nitin.
Yeah, they have started with a really quick tempo, and the Tiki Taka side haven't been able to cope yet, but it's still early days, and just 6 minutes in, still 0-0, so everything to play for.
I'd like to see a first 8-minute possession stat, because it's got to be about 80-20 in Amigos' favour. Hakim, Afi Fierro. They haven't started yet, Tiki Taka. They have made slow starts in the tournament before. In fact, in the semi-final against Rojak, remember, Rojak tried to take it to them early, Nitin, only to be blown away in the second leg.
Yeah, Rojak really took it to them, and they almost found success in that, and I think the Amigos may have taken a page out of that book because it almost worked for Rojak.
Adlan Kasim says Amigos 3-1 on aggregate. Asriel's here for the Rock Killer. Saiful Crew says the Amigos can't beat Tiki Taka. Well, they're not playing like they think that, buddy. And Zakaria is with us as well. I got my money on Afi Fierro, says Akid. Adam Putra goes 2-0. Didn't Adam, who 2? You say 2-0? Who 2? Take the mic away from your mouth.
I did. That's exactly what I did.
You went down there to the...
I tried.
Tiki Taka 3-2, says Dins Haas. But Adam Putra, tell us who you say it's going to be 2-0 to. Over, under 2.5 goals across the 2 matches here, Nitin.
Wow, I went 2-1, so I guess that's over, right?
Good maths.
I guess.
Mantoba, who was the one change to this Tiki Taka starting lineup. Piers Fennant, Fox Crew, One Porcupine.
Yeah.
To this left-hand side, you're a big fan of One Porcupine, Nitin, aren't you?
Yeah, him and Ryvox, I think 2 central midfield generals, and definitely up for the player of the tournament talks.
Sant Ramat inside, and that's going out for a throw to be taken by Max Nevis. Max Nevis with the throw, headed away. And Tiki Taka yet to really put any pressure on the Amigos goal, but they're coming into their stride now, and after that rocket-like start for the Amigos, here come Tiki Taka with Lixons, and this is where they're so good, Nitin, isn't it? They can pass teams into submission. It's very appropriate they wear the Barcelona colours, isn't it?
Yes, they are fantastic in retaining possession. They are very good defensively, and they can create lots of goal scoring opportunities. So a very well balanced team, Tiki Taka.
How about this for a prediction? Jason Todd says 3-0 Tiki Taka, and Fox Crew's going to get the hat trick.
Oh, well, that's very, for a final 3-0, I think that's a bit harsh on the Amigos, who have proved to be very good opponents so far.
Hakem. Here is Rybox. Rybox through the middle to Afi Fierro. Had a great start as Afi Fierro. Down the side goes Hakim, and Semramat gets it out for a throw.
Actually, I have something for the viewers, guys. Let me know who you think deserves to be the player of the tournament.
And goalkeeper of the tournament.
Yeah, and goalkeeper of the tournament. I'd be interested to know who you guys would have picked.
Will you be influenced by what they say?
Nah, I think the decision lays in this game, in the controllers of the players involved.
Here's Afi Fierro. Used to be Nova! That shot was blocked. Used to be Nova, who scored a screamer in the second leg of the Amigos semi-final win against BrotherhoodVN. He's in goal-scoring form. He was only an addition for the second leg of that match, but he's retained his place from the start tonight. Here's KSI. KSI. Headed away by Mantoba. One porcupine. Here's Afi Fierro. Used to be Nova. Now down this left-hand side is Hakiem. Hakiem inside to Grill. Here's Rybox. Hakiem. Well, again, these two teams are playing some very crisp and effective football early, and the way they're playing is in a different league to what we just saw from the Amigos of BrotherhoodVN in terms of the styles. Hakem, well blocked by Zaini.
Agreed, but let's not be too harsh on the third and fourth placing game. It's
no, I'm
over.
going to be harsh, and it was dreadful.
It's over. It's over. We have a winner, and congratulations to La Rojak. But I agree. It was.
Stop being so nice. It was dreadful.
It was like watching paint dry sometimes. It was hard to commentate on.
But that actually, it wasn't meant to be a direct criticism of how the game was. I'm just talking about the playing styles.
Yep.
It looks to be being played at a much faster pace.
Agreed.
This game here.
Agreed.
Here's Zakin. Oh, there's some space for used to be Nova.
Ooh.
And they're all over the place. The way they're defending Tiki Taka, there are almost 8 of them in single file trying to wait for Amigos to come at them.
Yeah, but they got 5 Amigos players pressing that back 4, so it's a bit dangerous. It's an interesting tactic from the Amigos because they can't keep this up. The players will get tired.
Yeah, here's Luke Lazarev. Oh, great defending from Max Nevis. Great start to the game from him, and a great start to the game from this man, Afi Fierro. And that is the commentator's curse. Just as I give him the big up, he passes the ball out for a throw to Tiki Taka. We're 37 minutes in and still no goal here in the first leg of the grand final of the One Play Pro Club Challenge. It's Tiki Taka 0, Amigos 0, Singapore and Malaysia squaring it up for a chance to take home the $800 prize. Nitin Ambier will be announcing the player and goalkeeper of the tournament a little later on as well. Here's Sant Ramat to Jens Percy. Mantoba. Oh, he used to be Nova's Haslingham, and used to be Nova's come up with this. And here's Rybox, the player manager for Club and Country. Rybox. Azanri manages to get the block. But I think, again, in terms of judges' scorecards, you'd have to give the early exchanges in favour of Amigos. But crucially, Nitin, they haven't got the goal yet.
Yeah, not yet. And
you've seen Tiki Taka turn it on in second legs before, whether they're home or away, haven't we?
Yes, and the thing about Tiki Taka is they are a very patient side, and they will create opportunities. It's just it's a matter of getting their opponents frustrated also in some way.
Here's Easy Gamer. Nice layoff from Rybox, and here's used to be Nova. Playing it down this left-hand side. Hakim tries to temporarily cut inside, but then finds a brilliant run down the left from Afi Fierro. Afi Fierro, he's a nightmare to try and get the ball from. He gets it to Hakim. They're going through their gamut of skill tricks here, are the boys in yellow, the Amigos. Here's Afi Fierro, and Jens Percy manages to get it clear. Well, we're seeing evidence why Tiki Taka are so good defensively. They very rarely look rattled, and even though they ceded the dominance in terms of possession, Nitin, they've never really truly looked troubled. Shots in that half at a premium, just the one coming in from the Amigos.
Yep, but I have to say in that first half, the Amigos definitely looked the more threatening side. They managed to get around the channel a couple of times. It's been good defending from the Tiki Taka boys, but offensively it's been 0 from the Tiki Taka boys. That's disappointing, but yeah, if this was like we say, as usual, if this was a boxing match, it'd probably be 10-9 to the Amigos, but in football, it's 0-0.
Shout out to everyone having their say on the Facebook comments section. Ultras Pro Esports, that's The Rock, says that Mick Mac Paddywhack should be player of the tournament. Carl Neo says one porcupine. Jens Van Persie should be MVP, says Sul Hilmi. Shafak says the Rock Killer for goalkeeper of the tournament. KSI says a Feek. And Boone Shin says he can't wait to see Ayman Roshizan with us tomorrow night. That's great for you, Boone, because Ayman will be with us to commentate on the Causeway Clash final with the One Play C Nations Cup. Fezzi Max best goalkeeper, says Carl Neo. Imran Shirami says keeper of the tournament has to be the Rock Killer. Mind you, the Rock Killer can still make a mistake here. Lots of you having your thoughts on who the player of the tournament should be. It's great to see. Come on, amigos, says Mohammed, as we start this second half with Tiki Taka playing from right to left. Didn't register a shot on goal in the first half, and the amigos playing left to right, and they only registered one. What about that from Easy Game in it? In a brilliant launch of a counter-attack.
Yep, he read that perfectly, and his teammate couldn't do as good as him, though. Used to be Nova. I'll be disappointed with that.
Yeah, he had some space to run into. Here's Mantoba, the one change for Tiki Taka from their semi-final success against Rojak. Here's Lixons, Luke Lazarev. Luke Lazarev, the player manager of Tiki Taka. Lovely chat. We had him on the preview show with us on Friday night. All the managers of our 4 finalists, of course, Rybox ×2 managing club and country this weekend, were great sports. Here's Afi Fierro. Oh, Saint Ramat read that beautifully. And here's one Porcupine, a real contender for Nitin's player of the tournament. Here's Venant, Mantuba. Oh, nice one-touch stuff. Here's Venant. Gets it back. This is more like the tiki-taka we know. Lixons, they've been lethal like this through the tournament. Luke Lazarev, he's beaten to it by Ethak, and Hakim can get it away. Well, in a strange way, having given BrotherhoodVN and the Rojak plenty of stick for cancelling each other out, they're also cancelling each other out, these two teams, but for some reason it's a bit more attractive to watch.
Yeah, it's being played at a much higher tempo. Both teams are trying to commit players forward. In that other game, you know, we had some times where BrotherhoodVN would have 8 players in the box, and that's not stuff that you know. Not just me. I think most people in general don't enjoy stuff like that.
Get those country flags planted on the Facebook comment section. Put your country's emoticon down there to tell us where you're watching from. Great to see so many of you with us this Saturday night as Luke Lazarev brings it forward for Tiki Taka. Here's one Porcupine trying to find Luke into the area. Max Nevis' clearance is botched, but they finally get it away, and used to be Nova can get them going. You get the feeling someone is going to produce a moment of absolute exquisite brilliance to score the first goal between these two tonight, Nitin.
Yeah, either a moment of brilliance or a moment of calamity. Either one of those.
We've been on air now just over 2 hours, and it's been enthralling stuff, even allowing for the snooze fest at times. It was the 3rd, 4th place game. It's absorbing. Never mind the quality of the football, you can't take your eye off it for a minute when there's big cash involved. $800 up for grabs here for the team that wins the One Play Pro Club Challenge Grand Final, coming to you live on this Grand Finals weekend on One Play Sports. Tomorrow night, it's the One Play Sports C Nations Cup, Thailand, Indonesia in the 3rd place game, followed by Malaysia and Singapore in the Grand Final, where there'll be $1,000 in the pot for the winning team, the winning nation. Here's Mantoba. Great strength on the ball from Mantoba, who eventually just belts it out for a throw. And of course, we've seen Tiki Taka pull this trick before. Their priority almost appears to be at the moment to stop Amigos getting the away goal, doesn't it? Used to be Nova inside to Zari.
Yep, that certainly looks like the case, but you know, they still look pretty dangerous on the counter attack. You can see here Luke taking his time, waiting for support.
Here's Sam Ramat. Sam Ramat inside. Here's Fox Crew. Fox Crew to Fennant. Intra. Fennant inside to one Porcupine. And they get it away. Well, these two teams, someone trying to find some space, and used to be Nova has found space, and he's found support on the left with Easy Gamer, who's head up from fullback. They've had to score from here, otherwise they could be short at the back. And that was the best tactic from Easy Gamer, to concede the goal kick so he could get back into position. But look how freely Amigos are committing players forward away from home. Easy Gamer was up by the opposition goalkeeper's line.
Yeah, but agreed. And Easy Gamer has had a fantastic game so far. There he is again, you know, totally dominating. He's a winger, and he's looking very solid today.
Noor Arif is flying the Singapore flag. Kirk Malcolm, is that the Trinidad and Tobago flag? I think we've had you before on Malcolm. Just confirm that's the Trinidad Tobago flag. Daniel Azian says, go, Hakim. Here's Xthak. He's found Afi Fierro in the area. Afi Fierro! Jens van Persie putting his body on the line to stop the Amigos scoring that precious away goal.
That was solid defending from Jens van Persie, but I do believe Danny Buffett had the near post covered, so it should have been a save.
Right box, set it inside!
Oh!
And goodness gracious me, that happened in slow motion. They had a player on that left-hand side, but he just couldn't get the touch. And just like that, Nitin, it's flown by because the quality's been high. We're 12.5 minutes away from this going back to the Amigos Stadium with the scores all level at 0-0. Who'll be the happier team at this point in time?
Tiki Taka.
Oh, Amigos might be now!
Is he on? He's onside!
Used to be over with an absolute screamer. And the question I just asked Nitin, who'll be the happier of the two teams? There's no doubt he'll be now. What a lofted pass into the area. And used to be over with his second game in 2 ties. Has given Amigos a precious away goal. And Tiki Taka now face having to score at least twice at the Amigos Stadium if they want to lift the trophy. What a score.
And I would say that's a very well-deserved goal. The Amigos have looked the more threatening side, a fantastic through ball.
They've deserved it for their ambition alone.
Yes, I agree. They have been the more attacking side. They've looked to commit players forward more, and it's paid off. Used to be Nova, a fantastic little through ball received. A great little finish. He's of course, the replacement for Overload, and he's doing his job at the moment, scoring the important goals that his club needs.
Here's a situation Tiki Taka haven't been in all tournaments. It's April the 2nd. They've never been behind in a game. And how now will they react? Because that goal, I wouldn't say it's been coming, but as Nitin said, it's been deserved and used to be over. I can't wait to see who got that through ball.
Yeah, Yusuf, do we know who got that through ball,
We'll see it on the highlights. I just wanted to ask you if you knew, but it was a beautifully lofted pass there. Absolutely exquisite. Sent Ramat through to Lixons, and it will go down as probably the assist of the tournament so far. That might actually influence your player of the tournament. What a delightful ball that was.
It was a really beautiful through ball, and even I didn't spot that run from used to be Nova. It was just a magical through ball and a fantastic finish to give Amigos a deserved lead here.
And at the moment, it's Malaysia beating Singapore in the club final here at the One Play Pro Club Challenge.
I think Tiki Taka will be very disappointed with how they done offensively today. If I'm not mistaken, they haven't got a single shot on target in 90 minutes at home, and that's just unacceptable, I think, for their standards.
And look at this, the Tiki Taka fans are turning on their players, saying Zari, the centre-back, is rubbish. That's a bit strong when you've been keeping clean sheets for fun. Hakem for 2!
Whoa.
What a block that was. That would really have put Tiki Taka in a tough spot. And it looks like we're going to go back to the Amigos Stadium with Tiki Taka.
Well done, Amigos. Arriba.
What a performance that is, and Nitin, I'm looking forward to seeing that goal again, and we can try and decipher who it was that played that stunning through ball.
Look at that stat. 0 shots on target for the
Incredible.
Tiki Taka at home.
They have had
in a final.
I don't think they've ever registered no shots on goal in a first game. They have started slowly and turned on the turbos in the second leg, but they're going to have to turn this round, Nitin.
They will have to abandon their regular style of play. They have to go all out for goals. This was Afi Fuero's shot. Fantastic block by Yuns Percy's hand.
Looks handball.
It was a handball.
Where was the penalty?
And this was that through ball. I think it might have been Hakim with that through ball. Either Hakim or Rywox, I can't tell. But fantastic finish from used to be Nova. Fantastic hair as well.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at that celebration. If he used to be Nova, who is he now?
I don't know, but he used to be Nova. What a goal that was. A goal worthy of winning a tie. Is it worthy, though? And is it going to be enough to give the Amigos of Malaysia the $800 first prize check? Or can Tiki Taka go across the causeway in a couple of moments' time and turn this tie around? Stay with us and you will find out right here, live on One Play Sports. It is the grand finals weekend of the One Play Pro Club rotation. Come back with us in the west wing of the spectrum in just a couple of moments.
The Summer FISU World University Games is coming to One Play Sports this June. A celebration of international university sports and culture, showcasing today's stars and tomorrow's leaders. Catch the highlights from the 2015 and 2017 edition from Monday to Friday, only on One Play Sports. Coming up on One Play Classic this week.
Welcome back live into the west wing of the One Play Esports Spectrum, where we have the grand final at the halfway mark. After that first leg at the Tiki Taka Stadium, Amigos got the win and the precious away goal. And what a goal it was. And we were talking, Nitin, it was slightly obscured from our view, who get that great lofted pass through for used to be Nova. And we got confirmation it now was
Rivox,
Is
the
there
player
anything-
manager. Is there anything this guy can't do? Exactly,
It's
right?
incredible. You'll see Rivox in action tomorrow night. Don't forget the One Play Sports C Nations Cup Grand Final. Singapore against Malaysia. We're on air at 10 p.m. tomorrow with a third and fourth place playoff. Indonesia against Thailand, followed by the Grand Final itself. Where at the moment it could be Malaysia going for a causeway double. Can Tiki Taka turn this round, Nitin?
They can, of course they can. They have the quality to do it. But, you know, the tactics that were employed by Amigos in that first leg really impressed me. Right from the start, they knew they wanted to press the back four of Tiki Taka, and they got huge success in doing that. Tiki Taka weren't their normal selves, couldn't get anything going offensively. Again, 0 shots and 0 shots on target it's a horrendous stat for a final, especially, you know, when you're playing at home.
I think the big question now is, and it's always the way, when a team goes away from home and wins the first leg 1-0 with that away goal in the bank, immediately when you look at the second leg, you say this next goal is very important. If Tiki Taka can score the next goal, or the first goal in the second leg, and we're all square, if they concede, then Tiki Taka face, you know, having to score at least 2. And that's going to be tough against...
The good part for Tiki Taka is they're only down 1-0.
Yeah.
It's still everything to play for, you know, going into the Amigo Stadium. And I believe they can turn it around. But having said that, again, Amigos was so good in that first leg. They got their tactics right. Rivox, again, managing his side brilliantly. And we'll see what happens in the second leg. But it's going to be a very interesting game for sure. Tiki Taka have everything to lose here, and they have to get the away goal.
Let's go pitch side then to the Amigos Stadium in Malaysia. It'll be the Amigos in the yellow. Amigos in the yellow. Playing from left to right, and Tiki Taka in the Barca colours playing from right to left. And there's certainly pressure here on Tiki Taka right from the off, because the Amigos dominated. They set their stall out early in that first leg, Nitin. They weren't intimidated playing in Singapore, and ultimately 1-0 didn't flatter them.
Yeah, and they weren't afraid of playing tiki-taka. You know, it's wonderful to see. Even away from home, Amigos have a very offensive game plan engaged, and it's worked to the T for them so far.
Here's Hakiem. That goal was a thing of beauty. And Tiki Taka, well, they've not been tested truly in this competition yet. Here's used to be Nova!
Oh my God.
And Mantuba will manage to get it clear, not entirely convincingly. Lixons, one Porcupine. We've not seen much of one Porcupine in this game so far. He really needs to set fire if Tiki Taka are going to get back into this. And Fox Crew, never mind on fire, he's absolutely soaked through. He's been a drip.
Yes, I think he's currently been he's drenched in petroleum, just waiting for the match to hit him at this point.
No Ozil, no party, of course. No Ozil playing today. Maestro Ozil. Come on, singer, says Shafiq. Shout out Afif Azhan. Shout out Nakwib. Shout out Atik. All of you watching on what's a very busy Facebook page. Mohammed Zul Hazik says, Amigos, the Malaysian pride. One Porcupine and gang, you know what it takes, says Shafiq. Great to have so many of you joining us in the conversation. There used to be Nova. Lovely layoff from Nova to Rivox, the player manager. We've seen him score some belters from range. Look how well he keeps possession, it, and they're frightened to go near him for fear of being made to look silly. The pass is beautiful. The cross comes in. Empty space, and he should have done better.
No, Amigos have... I've been very impressed with the Amigos and their attacking intent throughout both legs. It's been fantastic to see, and Tiki Taka will need to commit men forward, just like how the Amigos are doing if they want to have a chance to score in this game, I feel.
Yeah, there's some debate on Facebook, by the way. Some people are saying that it was Thakif that got that assist through for used to be Nova. Whoever it was the assist of the tournament. Lots of people are saying it was the assist of the tournament.
It could have been anybody. Again, we asked Yusuf for confirmation. He said Rivox.
That's it. Throw Yusuf under the bus.
He could be wrong as well.
Yeah.
So
it's the pace of the game's been so quick, it's easy to miss things. Sant Ramat gets the last touch. That's going to be a corner. And there's no sign knit in a quarter of an hour in that Tiki Taka have got what it takes to come back into this. They desperately now need not to concede the next goal. I think if they concede the next goal, it's impossible for them. Headed over the bar. They very nearly conceded the next one there.
Agreed. It's not looking good for Tiki Taka. Again, we've had 105 minutes, I believe, of virtual action, and they haven't got a shot either.
Listen,
not got a shot off.
This is why I was quite prepared to lay down the egg challenge, and because I won't be having egg on my face. Oh, here's a chance! One Porcupine! And they stand up and get it clear. You have to say, Nitin, tactically, the Amigos here have been stunning, and you have to give the credit to Rivox. How on earth are the Singapore national team going to get past a Malaysian national team led by the man that at the moment looks like he's leading the Amigos to victory in the One Play Pro Club Challenge?
Well, I think the Singaporean team can expect a start like how the Amigos have started here today. So, plenty of lessons for them to learn. Of course, Tiki Taka don't have any of the Singapore players in their team, so...
Be a new set of challenges for the Amigos.
Yes.
We'll see plenty of the Amigos on display tomorrow night, the likes of KSI, Rock Killer, Afi Fierro as well, of course. Kyle says Tiki Taka can't cope with the high pressing of Amigos.
Yes, agreed. Completely agreed. Tiki Taka have not been able to play their usual game, and the Amigos deserve full credit for that. They've been amazing so far over this the 2 legs of, or rather what we've had of the second leg.
Here's the corner, another corner coming for Amigos. The second of this first half of the second leg so far. There's been nothing offensively really from Tiki Taka. Indra gets that clear only as far as Rybox and Luke Lazarev, the 2-player managers going at it toe-to-toe, and Rybox comes out on top. Rybox looking for the option. Luke Lazarev manages to get the foot in, and it's another corner. But Tiki Taka are playing this game in the wrong half of the field at the moment. Indra gets it clear. Is there a movement on for them here? They've got to get players up quickly to support this counter-attack. Nice pass from one Porcupine. Fennon looking for Fox Crew, but Easy Gamer's got his number at the moment. Easy Gamer
is up there for my man of the match for sure. He's been superb over the 2 legs so
and
far.
box to box.
Exactly.
As well.
Look at him. He's bombing forward again. Bombing forward cautiously though. Watching the line. It's great to see.
Here's Rybox. Twists inside to Hakiem. Used to be Nova. Inside to Mantoba. And Indra gets it clear. Well, clear-cut openings have been a rarity here, but you separate the good and the great by the ability to take those opportunities that present themselves in a split second. And Used to be Nova did just that, and that at the goal at the moment is taking the $800 and the title of the first ever One Play Pro Club Challenge champions back across the causeway to Malaysia. Whoever wins will get a chance for consolidation. Whoever loses will get a chance for revenge from a national point of view in tomorrow night's Causeway Clash. But of course, it's worse for Tiki Taka because they won't have any influence on that game tomorrow. For them, this is all or nothing.
Yes, they've got to give their all over the next, how many minutes is left?
Well, he's still got
minutes.
55 minutes, 10
minutes.
in the first half, 45 in the second. Luke Lazarev,
Oh,
here
they've
we
got a chance
go,
here.
one Porcupine. But look how quickly the Amigos are onto him.
2-on-1.
Marvellous defensive work, but one Porcupine does very well to come up with it, but he can't get past Max Nevis. He will, though, win a throw. Can they equalise right before half-time? Remember, the Singapore national team turned a game against Thailand on its head around about now. Here's one Porcupine. Fox Crew! He's in the post! Finally, Tiki Taka get going. Mantoba, another chance, deflected. Porcupine! Oh, Rock Killer with a save. A great
That's
save
more
from
like
Rock
it,
Killer.
Tiki Taka. Come on, boys.
Tiki Taka are woken up from their slumber, and it's game back on, but they still need the goal. Fenn and Luke Lazarev, what is it about these 10 minutes before half-time that gets Singaporean bloods racing? They did it against Thailand, the national team, and now Tiki Taka at club level are trying to do it to the Amigos, and look how closely poised it is in terms of the stats.
That's encouraging stuff. Tiki Taka have finally managed to get a couple of shots on target. Fox Crew very unlucky to see his wonderful effort come off the bar, and one Porcupine saw his effort safe. So
one
positive
Porcupine
stuff.
to Fennons, and KSI gives away a corner. Tiki Taka's first of the game.
Positive stuff for Tiki
If they
Taka
can
here.
equalise before half-time, Nitin, we have got game on big time.
It looks like we might have an extra time, so big time.
Extra time golden goal, at least it won't be as drab as the extra time golden goal period that BrotherhoodVN and Rojak dished up earlier. Congratulations to Rojak for winning that $300. I break that down, it works out to about $100 per attempt on goal they had across the bloody 270, 300 minutes it was. It was desperate stuff. Hakiem played inside. Fennon, they don't want the half-time whistle to go here. The
what a
Singaporeans, Fennons! KSI with some golden defending, and then Rock Killer claiming it off the top of the head, literally, of Fox Crew.
Yeah, that was great reading from Rock Killer. Didn't panic. Fernand saw his shot block. The cross then came in, but a good collect there by Rock Killer.
Tiki Taka wish this first half would go on forever. Amigos want to get into half-time here. Fennon, is there one more chance they can create for the break? Mantoba, Fennon, he's been brilliant these last 10 minutes, Fennon. And one Porcupine and Grill. One Porcupine stolen it, and it comes to Lixons. And that was really good anticipation from Max Nevis, and that should get Amigos through to half-time, Nitin.
Yeah, that's much better from Tiki Taka, though. They are bombing men forward. One Porcupine has had a huge influence in this half so far, as has actually not really. Fox Crew has been pretty silent, but the one chance he got, he looked very sharp. Showed good feet in the box. got the turn away, got the shot away, he came off the post, very unlucky, but a much better start to the half from Tiki Taka. They now have 3 shots on target as compared to 0 in the first game, so they are trying their best to score here.
Yeah, look at that. Didn't look like 5 in real time, did it? But that flurry towards the end of the first half has given them a foothold in the game, but it hasn't given them what they need, which is the goal. And by the way, on the subject of the defence, we've been raving about Tiki Taka quite rightly because they just conceded that 1 goal all the way to the tournament, and that was when the game was already won against Rojak. But we've got to remember as well, if you're an Amigo, they've only conceded 2, and both those goals came in the early rounds. Their defence has really improved as it's gone on.
Yep.
And they're now, what, 180, 270? They're over 350 minutes themselves without conceding a goal in this competition now.
Yep, they are full of confidence. You know, coming into the final, their last 2 results were 3-0, 3-0. So they are coming into this final in spectacular form, and Tiki Taka will have to be very careful. Just under 45 minutes for them to go.
Second half underway. Amigos in the yellow playing from right to left. Tiki Taka in the Barca playing from left to right. And it's Tiki Taka with the pressure on because they trail by a goal to 0 and an away goal at that. But of course, if they score first, the match will be all square and could we go to goal and goal extra time again, but they've given it away to Thak. Thak to the edge of the area. Oh, he beats one man. Thak finds a square ball. Used to be Nova. Surely he can get the shot away. No. How on earth did he not pull the trigger there, Nitin? An opportunity wasted by the Amigos.
Yep. No, I think he got caught in 2 minds there. Wanted to take the shot, wanted to do a skill move in the end. Just lost the ball. So not very good stuff there by used to be Nova.
That was a chance potentially to put the game to bed. You can't. Wait, and having said that, even if they got one, you couldn't rule out Tiki Taka scoring 2 after the evidence of that 10-minute flurry at the end of the first half. One porcupine headed away brilliantly by Grill. Here's Afi Fierro. Oh, they've lost it. Fox Crew looks for Fennant. Here's Luke Lazarev over the top. Can he get there? One porcupine just outside the area. Porcupine pulls it back to Luke Lazarev. This is better from Tiki Taka. Fox Crew, through it goes, Lazarev! Oh! Luke Lazarev, the player manager for Tiki Taka, has put the Singaporeans back on level terms. 35 to play, 1-0 to the Singaporeans on the night, 1-1 on aggregate, Nitin, and can you call the winner now?
I have no idea. It was a fantastic goal, I have to say. Fox Crew, I believe, with a wonderful little through ball to Luke Lazarev, and on his left foot, he wasn't going to miss from there. Fantastic finish from the player manager.
Cometh the hour, cometh the manager, and of course now, if Tiki Taka get another one, the Amigos would have to score twice. They're level on the night, level on away goals, and level on scoreline. Luke Lazarev, Tiki Taka, they are going through the gears now. Here's Lazarev again. Lazarev to Fox Crew. KSI goes down, but he's helped out by Rybox. And all of a sudden, it's the Amigos who are all over the show.
Yeah, fantastic start to the second half from Tiki Taka. Actually, in the second leg, they have improved tremendously, and it's fair to say that they deserve the lead here in the second leg. So 1-0 on aggregate in the 60th minute is well deserved.
Thak to used to be Nova. He's come up with some big goals. He's come up with a big pass there to Hakim, but Sant Ramat, all of a sudden, Tiki Taka dealing with the Amigos better defensively than they did in the first game, Nitin.
Yep, agreed. Tiki Taka really look much more composed. The Amigos, especially since the goal, they've looked a bit shaken, and that's to be expected.
Here's Thak, used to be Nova. They're just trying to get a foothold on the game again here, the Amigos. Rybox, here's Hakim. Lovely work, Hakim!
Oh.
And Sant Ramat puts his body on the line. Hakim gets it for a second bite of the cherry. Squares it, there's a man down on the floor. Afi Fierro, we've seen him score from narrow angles before. Still Afi Fierro. One porcupine blocks and Nixon gets it away.
That's a crazy goalmouth scramble there.
Here is Hakim. We saw our first game of the night. The third place playoff between BrotherhoodVN and Rojak.
Easy gamer.
Finished 1-0, both legs. Oh, narrow angle side netting.
Afi Fierro.
It took a deflection.
Save, actually.
It's going to be a corner. Punched away by Danny Bufford. We haven't had to mention him much tonight. He's been busier tonight than he has been in the entire tournament. And really, his defence have just been throwing their bodies in the way of any shots that come in for them. One porcupine. Are we almost entering next goals, the winner territory, Nitin? Like we said in the BrotherhoodVN Rojak matchup. Here's Easy Gamer. Just trying to play it out, and that's a loose pass in the end, and he's given it straight to one porcupine for the throw inside the final third.
18 minutes to go. I can't call a winner. All we know is that the next goal is going to be very key here.
Noor Araf and friendly matches, along with the ex-League of Singapore, all calling for the Kelang wave. Amigos, come on, says Amaruddin. The Singapore-Malaysia rivalry is strong on face because Rybox picks the pocket of Tiki Taka, and they bring it away again, but that's great anticipation by Mentoba. Fox Cruz, X-Thac. And here is Hakiem, who can move it coast to coast the quickest. It's going to be the Amigos to have the next chance to get what could be the crucial goal. Easy Game has had a great game. Picked up by Mentoba. And then it's belted clear to Luke Lazarev, the skipper, who got the goal to bring this game back level. Here's Fennant, Fox Crew, lovely work from Irfan Alakon. Here's Hakiem, Easy Gamer. Is there going to be one more golden opportunity in the remaining 12 minutes of
I'm pretty sure there will
normal
be.
time? Could it be now, though? Because the Amigos with Used to be Nova, he's done a brilliant game. Used to be Nova. Oh, that was straight to Jens Percy. Should have done better after good build-up work.
Yep, Yunsdi Persido read that perfectly and positioned himself super well.
Easy Gamer, Ryvox, Easy Gamer, Mentoba, Ryvox anticipated that brilliantly. Of course, we talk and rave about Ryvox as a manager all the time. It's now that managers earn their call when you've been pegged back, and you could argue the momentum's been with Tiki Taka in the second half of this second leg. How can he turn the tide back in the men in yellow's favour? At the moment, they've got defending to do because Fennant, with men over on the left-hand side, has got Tiki Taka moving again. Lazarev knocks it back to Sant Ramat, who's in an advanced position. One porcupine, Sant Ramat, Amigos closing down well with tired legs, not affecting them too much. Are we going to golden goal extra time for the second time this evening? Or is there one final twist in this incredible game of One Play Pro Club Challenge football? 32 matches in, a tournament that's lasted 10 weeks, and is it going to need golden goal extra time to name the winner? Lixons, Indrabrev.
Certainly looks like it's going to be taken into extra time here.
Luke Lazarev to X-Thac. Final seconds in real time taken away. What's 5 minutes in FIFA time, Nitin? It's no more than a minute, is it? Less.
Yeah, it's about a minute, around a minute and a half max.
Here's Luke Lazarev. There will be a bit of time to be added on, and the referees tend to let the attacking movement go before they blow for full time. Lixons, and these players are already turning their attention to golden goal extra time. Here's Rybox. If there's a goal now, it's going to lift the trophy and get the $800. Afi Fierro marshalled brilliantly by Zyro, who just belts it out anywhere. Was that sensible play, Nitin?
Yes, you know.
Oh, free kick.
There's no point conceding here.
Well, they've given up the free kick. The referee must have seen a push there. And can the Amigos pull off a well-executed set-piece routine? Chipped in by Rybox.
They can!
Good ball through! Oh, and Danny Bufford had to be alive to the threat there, and we're headed to extra time once more, with the time at midnight local time here in Singapore.
That was a peach of a delivery, though. Shame about the finish.
Rybox, Easy Gamer, over the top, and Mentoba, he's had it pinched. Afi Fierro, the last chance of the game, looks like it's going to be going to the Amigos. Afi Fierro played it to Hakiem. Hakiem, he's got loads of yellow shirts in the box. Sant Ramat pulls it back. The danger's not clear yet. Max Nevas, oh, it very nearly fell to a shirt. The referee surely will blow his offside a mile.
Offside.
Used to be Nova, was a mile offside. It won't count. And a disallowed goal with the last kick of
Extra
normal time
takes
us to extra time for the second time tonight. Where's the referee finding this added time from?
Fergie time.
Now he blows for full time.
Good game, guys.
And we will have to reset for golden goal extra time. And unlike the previous matchup, Nitin, this is actually a golden goal extra time period I'm looking forward to. Look at those stats. Goal mouth action at either end, and ultimately two quality pieces of play produced 2 goals across the 2 legs.
Yep, in that first game, we saw Amigos take charge. In the second game, we've seen Tiki Taka take charge. Both games have ended 1-0 to the respective sides that have been in control. So, extra time is very fair, in my opinion. That was a very good save from the Rock Killer.
They were pressing, weren't they?
This was the goal. Luke Lazarev.
Lovely finish, and it didn't come out the blue. The goal looked like it had been coming, Nitin. They just started to turn the screw.
Yeah, they just kept applying pressure, kept tightening the screw, and eventually they managed to break down Amigos, and it was a well-deserved goal and a well-deserved time.
Thought that was a save at the time. We were going to cut off that highlight, aren't we? It was either a save or a deflection. But of course, again, you don't take any hold, if you like, in home advantage, and you've been proved right so far tonight. But nothing in it that the Amigos will be hosting the period of extra time.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be tough. Both teams, as we said,
Well,
you know.
will they go for it at least? Because the extra time was a joke between the Rojak and BrotherhoodVN. It was almost as they wanted the fun of a penalty shootout. These two teams have got too much quality for that.
I would disagree. I think
You think they'll try and play for penalties?
I don't think they'll try and play for penalties, but I don't think we'll see a game, a very open game because again they've worked so hard to get to the final. There's cash on the line.
Yeah, but buddy, the way they started, they both went for it. You know, we saw in the first game the Amigos went all out for the goal. Second game it was Tiki Taka chasing the game. I've just got a feeling the Amigos will come out stronger in this third matchup, but we'll see. I think anything's possible. Right, while we wait for the second extra time of the night to get reset, let's get some shouts outs. Abdul Azim, Afi Fuad, Syed Salfi, Nyong Kyu is with us from Vietnam. Great to have you with us, buddy. Saiful Cruz says, go Tiki Taka. We want to see you win this game. The trophy and the check is stood up for grabs. Shafiq says the referee is blind. What was the decision? No, it was a mile offside, that goal from used to be Nova in the closing stages. Ikmal is with us, Haimi is with us, Abdul Azim. So many familiar and new faces, which is great to see on this grand finals night. Zamzari is here, Ikmal Hafizuddin, Atik Faisal, Amaruddin Harun, loads of you. Zamzari, thank you so much for joining us on what's been an incredible 10-week journey. And don't forget, by the way, if you're joining us for the first time and you found us because we're running a little later than normal, less than 24 hours time from now. 10 p.m. Singapore time tomorrow. That's GMT plus 8. Vic, put it up there for me, buddy. We've got the third and fourth place game in the one-place Sports Sea Nations Cup. That's Indonesia and Thailand. Those two teams will be playing for big cash prizes in the third place playoff. And then the $1,000 game, part of our $5,000 weekend here on One Place Sports. It's the Causeway Clash to end them all. Starting at the Bukit Jalil and finishing at the Sports of Malaysia. Take on Singapore, home and away, over 2 legs to crown our first ever One Place Sports Nations Cup final. And if you're wondering what these are about, this man doesn't let me forget a thing. I've already said it. I don't think Singapore will win. Rybox, the manager's too good. And if they do, I will end up with literally egg on my face. I'll be cracking some hegs over my skull. Great to see a quick turnaround for extra time. We're heading back to the Amigos Stadium. We'll be playing a full game effectively to decide this as extra time golden goal comes into effect. The next goal, folks, is going to win someone $800 US. Who's it going to be, Nitin Nambiar? Tiki Taka or Amigos?
Tiki Taka.
Tiki Taka,
What do you think?
I'm going to go for the Amigos. I'm a Rybox fan.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments, man.
Yeah, keep the comments coming. Give us your predictions if there's going to be a goal here. I think there is. Nitin's got a sneaky suspicion for a penalty shootout. KSI, the Amigos start strongly again. What a pass that is. Used to be Nova's in. Squares it. And Jens van Persie gets it clear. Well, it looks like they're going for it, Nitin, all right? Both teams early on.
That'd be fantastic to see. I wouldn't want to see what we saw in the third and fourth place encounter. But
Fox Crew.
looks promising here.
One Porcupine. Inside, Al-Hakim does brilliantly.
Lovely.
Used to be Nova. Hakim again. The Amigos will be crestfallen. They couldn't get it done in 180 minutes. But Tiki Taka, I think on balance, from the end of the first half of the second game onwards, deserved, I think, to take this to extra time, Nitin, just about.
Yeah, completely agree. I don't think just about. I think it's been 50-50 so far.
Oh, look at that work. Hakim's having a great start to extra time. Has he kept that in? He has. And Mantoba gets it to Jens van Persie. The keeper couldn't come there because it came off a Tiki Taka player and they conceded the throw. Here's Rybox. Goes it down to Lixens. Rybox again. He's incredible manager and player for both club and country. We'll see him again tomorrow night managing the Malaysian national team and being an influential player as well. Lixens to Mantoba. There's plenty of space in midfield for these teams to make things happen, you know. And here they come, Tiki Taka with Lixens to one Porcupine. Mantoba. Indra Brev, playing with fire there. Jens van Persie with used to be Nova and Afifiero hanging round. Here's Fennant. Fennant down to one Porcupine. And one Porcupine gets it out and it'll be a throw to the Amigos. Thaki to Max Nevis. Oh, he's given it up here. Luke Lazarev with a pocket pinch. Down the left-hand side comes one Porcupine. Oh, great skills from the Porcupine. And he's ultimately muscled out of it by Max Nevis. But now Fennant to Lazarev. And Max Nevis will just belt that out. Anywhere will do there for the Amigos. And nearly 13 minutes in, we still await our golden goal to decide the winner. If you were with us earlier, Rojak came up with a golden goal, scored by Ezak to lift the $300 third place check. If you had to pick a player that's going to score the golden goal, Nitin, who would it be?
I would go with Fox Crew.
Fox Cruz for Nitin. I've got a feeling that used to be Nova or Afifiero. Just something about Afifiero. Think that he might come up with something special, but who would want to call the winner here? It's been absorbing stuff. This grand final of the One Place Sports Sea Nations Cup is still to come tomorrow. The Pro Club Challenge. If the final of the Sea Nations Cup is half as good as this Causeway battle, we're in for an absolute treat. Do you think we'll get more goals in the international variation of this tomorrow, Nitin?
Possibly. I don't think so. I think, in terms of club football, these guys have played together for years, and in the international front, those guys may not know each other as well. So it's hard to say.
Fennant, one porcupine. And Rybok's back there helping out Singapore and Malaysia, battling it to the end, the very end. This game started on Saturday. It's now 40 minutes into Sunday, and we're still going strong. Easy Gamer. And Mantoba takes the deflection for Easy Gamer to get the throw. Mantoba, good work at the back, but that's a dangerous pass to play. Luckily for him, Luke Lazarev picked it up, but Grill is onto it like a flash. Afifiero, Max Nevis.
Well played there, Luke.
Lazarev is having leading from the front, isn't he, the player manager, Luke Lazarev? Not just the goal, but his all-round play, Nitin.
Yep, he's commentators curse, he just lost the ball.
Here's Afifiero. Afifiero finds support with Rybox. Rybox has got a man on the left, but he tries to throw it through to Afifiero. Yuns Percy, it's a scramble here. They need to get this clear. Tiki Taka, not convincing, but eventually they do get it away. And now Fox Cruz has got a chance to set fire to himself. Not on that occasion. He found KSI. Bennett picks the pocket to Lixens. One porcupine to Lixens. Lixens cuts inside, gets it back to one porcupine. Tiki Taka, slow build up, plenty of passes. NEM product, Luke Lazarev in the area. San Ramats, Indra, Fox Crew, Lixens. Can't get the shot away, can they? Amigos defence holding firm, Knitted.
Yeah, it's a real joy to watch how both the sides are playing, not just offensively but defensively as well.
Sant Ramat with space to Luke Lazarev. They've kept the possession brilliantly here. Tiki Taka, one porcupine in the area. Got to be so careful now with those challenges in the penalty area, but with half an hour gone in the first period of extra time, in what is potentially a potential 105 minutes of extra time, of course, in this FIFA Pro Club steer, I learned tonight. Oh, Lazarev! Oh, straight to Rock Killer. That was the chance. That really was the chance.
That looked like a good chance. It was a decent effort from Luke Lazarev. Couldn't quite do the near post finish we saw in the second leg that got him his goal, but comfortable save for Rock Killer in the end.
Lixens, Fox Crew, one porcupine. Here's Lixens. One porcupine through to Fox Cruz and Fennant. Mantuba. Good spell of pressure this from Tiki Taka. They've had that one chance from Lazarev that was straight at the keeper. Another chance now. Flags now. It was offside. Flag up against Fox Crew. That was close, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good idea from one porcupine. He's really grown into this game over the second leg and this extra time leg. He's been very influential so far.
Used to be Nova and Easy Gamer. Used to be Nova inside to Easy Gamer. Here's Hakiem. Oh, Hakiem's lost out there, and Tiki Taka just starting to take control, but I'm sure the Amigos maybe might have more to offer now as they finally get something going offensively themselves. Used to be Nova and Hakiem. 5 minutes to half time. Is anyone going to go and grab the glory before they end of the first half of golden goal extra time? Hakiem. Oh, X-Tac was in space, but Luke Lazarev is there. He's been absolutely peerless, Luke Lazarev, the player manager on the pitch tonight, and Luke brings it away again. There's still time here for Tiki Taka to launch another attack. Sant Ramat. Luke Lazarev inside, one porcupine.
What's amazing about Luke Lazarev is he's playing as a left midfielder, but we saw him in a central defensive midfielder position just now. He then won the ball, passed it to his teammate and started sprinting out to the left. So work rate 10/10.
Cross is met by Ryvox. X-Tac to Hakiem. Oh, Hakiem spotted a run down the right-hand side. It's Afifiero's onside. Needs men in the box quickly. Afifiero looks for support, and there's plenty of it behind him, not much in front. Ryvox now, the player manager of the Amigos, finds Afifiero. Sent Ramat with some great defending, and they'll get it clear.
Wow, Saini Rama, that was awesome. Great defending, bro. Read that completely and dealt with it so well.
Afifiero with the throw. They got time to get a chance in before the end of half-time and extra time. Hakiem, Max Nevis. Are they going to pull the trigger? X-Tac deflected, and it'll be a corner, I think. Will they have time to take it? Yes, they will. This will be the last play of the first half of extra time. Nitin Nambiar on the edge of his seat. Is it going to be Singapore or Malaysian eyes smiling tonight? Ryvox headed on. Danny, they've done it. It's Afifiero's won it for the Amigos in injury time at the end of the first half of extra time. Golden goal. And he couldn't keep it out, Danny Buff, and it went straight to Afifiero. And it's the Amigos of
Arriba,
Malaysia.
arriba, Andere, amigos.
It's first
Well
blood
played.
in the Causeway clash to Malaysia in this incredible one-play Pro Club Grand Finals weekend. The Amigos have beaten Tiki Taka in golden goal extra time after a 1-1 draw in aggregate. And Alfie Fierro, who'd had quite a quiet night to that point, Nitin. That's what all great strikers do. They come up and get the goals when they count.
How many times have we seen him score goals like that, where he's a fox in the box? That's exactly what Afi Ferro is. Danny Buffett must be hating himself right now. I think, you know, you can't put too much blame on him. The header did, in fact, you know,
There's not much he could do.
It seemed like he could have caught it, but you know, it's hard to be a goalkeeper, and he tried to push it out of danger, but he pushed it right to Afi Ferro, one of the top goal scorers in the tournament. That's Afi Ferro's 5th goal in the tournament, and he's just sealed the trophy for the Amigos. So well done, arriba, arriba, andere, boys. You deserve it.
Tiki Taka conceded 1 goal in over 700 minutes of football, and now it took, 225 minutes for them to concede 2 more. And you have to give it to Amigos. And again, Rybox, I'm going to come to you in a minute. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to mull over your goalkeeper and player of the tournament. But I've got to talk about this Rybox. And this is why, my friends, there is no chance. You Singaporeans out there and you, Nitin, giving me grief, thinking it's all a big joke with these eggs. Show them the eggs, Nitin. I told you weeks ago, Singapore aren't capable of masterminding the brilliance of Rybox, the player manager for Malaysia. If Singapore can win it, I'll be the first one to be happy and get that egg on my head and over my face, but it simply can't happen for me, and we are going to look forward to that now, aren't we? First
You're way
blood Malaysia.
too confident for a team that just won in extra time. You seem way too confident.
Well, hold on a second. It's not the Malaysian national team. I'm just saying it's typical of the psyche of Singapore. Their bottle goes when it counts the most, and I'm sure Tiki Taka, different players, same scenario. They just can't get past Rybox. Vic, are we ready with the reveal of confirmation of all our prizes? Not yet. We're just going to hold it up for a couple of minutes. Nitin, your player and goalkeeper.
Ooh.
Sorry, I caught you with a bit of
What?
stray saliva there.
It's
Your
okay.
player and goalkeeper of the tournament.
Player and goalkeeper of the tournament. Wow. Saliva in the eye just before that. Okay, no worries. Player of the tournament. It was between, I'll let you guys know, it was between One Porcupine and Ryvox. I couldn't choose, and I said whoever wins the tournament will have the player of the tournament. So Ryvox, congratulations. You have been an absolute midfield general for your side. Up and down, box-to-box midfielder. You're imperative to your team, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. I think you're the player manager. You do such a fantastic job, not just for your team Amigos, but for the Malaysian national team as well.
So why do you think he's not going to win tomorrow then?
Tomorrow is a whole different set of players.
Tomorrow's a new day.
It's a new day. It's a new
actually
day for
today.
Singapore as well. Come
But
on.
It's actually today.
Oh, yeah. So in about a couple of hours. So player of the tournament goes to Ryvox. Congratulations,
Well
my
done,
friend. You
Ryvox.
were
Well
fantastic.
deserved.
And your team has been
Goalkeeper.
fantastic. So goalkeeper of the tournament, that's a bit tricky. I'll let you know who I had in mind. Danny Buffett was in mind. Rock Killer was in mind. Sniper Lien was in mind. Derek Lim was in mind. But I have gone for the BrotherhoodVN goalkeeper, Traitor Kid.
Oh, what up?
I think he's one of those goalkeepers who has kept his size in games. He's Vietnam's #1. He's not had the most clean sheets, but in terms of game-deciding saves and helping his team progress into the further rounds, I do believe he has been the best goalkeeper in the tournament. And congratulations, Mr. Traitor Kid.
Let's just get confirmation then on the screen of all our prize winners as we go to the conclusion of this incredible one-play Pro Club Challenge. There you have it. The champions are the Amigos of Malaysia. They get $800. Tiki Taka, the runners-up. Third place, Rojak Futbol. Both the matches tonight decided by golden goal extra time. Player of the tournament is Ryvox 5215 of the Amigos, the manager of the side and the manager of the Malaysian national team as well, and trade ticket from Vietnam. And I believe the checks have been written now, so
All right.
our business development manager,
Money.
Zerul, look at this, boys. This is the money winging its way
Hey.
to you. We'll
Come.
try. Are we going to be able to get these checks in an envelope?
Hey, give it to me, lah. I want to hold. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Traitor Kid, first up.
There it is, your 100 Sing dollars coming your way, my friend. And we'll get rid of that one now.
Congratulations, Traitor
So
Kid.
that's Trade to Kid. Now we go to our player of the tournament who Nitin has chosen as...
Mr. Ryvox, congratulations, Amirul.
There you go, Rybox. That one is coming its way to you. That's $100 only on the way to Rybox, the mastermind of the Amigos' stunning success. Now, let's go with the Third place team, let's give them. I didn't have time to present them. We got the third place check? We haven't, unfortunately. Sorry, that's on me. Of course, third place. The third place check goes to our friends at La Rojak. That'll be winging its way to you.
La Rojak.
Our runners-up are from Tiki Taka.
Tiki Taka, boys.
They'll be disappointed, I think.
Unlucky.
But at least they got $400 to ease their pain that they can share amongst themselves.
Yes, agreed. You know, second isn't too bad. I know they would have wanted to finish champions, but unlucky, boys. The Amigos were the better side on the day, I feel, and they deserve it.
When you ordered these checks, you didn't think this through. Have you got envelopes to put these checks in to send them to these people?
Yeah, no, I've got a van. I'll drive to Malaysia if I have to.
Okay.
Although the borders are closed, but you know.
We'll find. Don't worry. We'll find a way of getting you the money.
And
congratulations.
I'll
Let's hear it for the Amigos.
Hey!
Arriba,
Arriba.
Vamoose, 800 Singapore dollars. And what a way. I think a fitting way to bring the curtain down on the inaugural One Play Pro Club Challenge. 32 teams over 10 weeks. And it took a marathon session on our finals night to finally dish out the prize money. Amigos, worthy winners for you?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the results don't lie. In end of the day, whoever deserves to win the competition deserves to win the competition. They've had a tough road. Amigos, of course, beating 2-1. They beat one goal in the round of 32. Then they went on to face the VN brothers in the round of 16, won 4-1. Round of 8, they faced Thai Gang, which was one of the favourites to win the tournament. 3-0 against Thai Gang. Then faced BrotherhoodVN. 3-0 against BrotherhoodVN. And now 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1 on aggregate against
After GGET.
After GGET.
And the golden goal scorer?
The golden goal scorer, Afi Fuero. Well done, bro. Rivox player of the tournament. Traitor Kid, goalkeeper of the tournament. All of you, well deserved. And it was so much fun. Thank you so much for entertaining us over this whole COVID period.
Yeah, and great stuff. And many thanks. And a nice message here from the Rojak Football. I gave you a bit of stick for the dire nature of that third place game. But the Rojak Football have messaged here on Facebook. Thanks to Yusof and One Play Sports for organising this tournament, and well played to all the teams involved in this. And I'd just like to say off the back of that La Rojak message, we've had some fun and games on the Facebook comment section. We've all teased each other. But the players and management, particularly of all these clubs, have conducted themselves brilliantly. Whether you've been from Thailand, whether you've been from Vietnam, Singapore, or Malaysia, you've been brilliant, and it's great to have been part of building this community, because this is what we're all about, connecting communities and creating heroes. Now, I don't know about you, but that's I'm feeling a bit deflated, and I need something now to get me going. We're into the early hours of Sunday morning.
Wow.
If only there was a major event that was less than 24 hours away that we could start looking forward to now, to go to bed dreaming of. The good news is we've got it for you. Grand Finals weekend continues with the feature, the highlight, the $2,500 One Play Sportsy Nations Cup. Who will win the $1,000 game? Singapore against Malaysia. $750 for the runners-up. A minky, $500 for the third place. And we won't have to leave it up to Nitin tomorrow. Shamir Azik of Singapore, 3 goals clear of Wu Yang Ping going into the final round of matches. $125 is within his grasp. And we already know that Zihars of Indonesia can't be caught on the golden gloves. So the $125 check for Zihars is already written, but the other 4 Nitin, we don't know the names on them yet. Join us at 10 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8, Indonesia against Thailand in the 3rd, 4th place playoff. And then the main event to bring the curtain down on this incredible 10 weeks of Pro Club action. Malaysia, Singapore. The Causeway Clash, the best rivalry in Asian football, is coming to you live tomorrow night and exclusive on One Play Sports. And I state it again, in case you need clarification, they won't win. The Singaporeans haven't got what it takes.
#Ikhon.
It will be Malaysia and the main man, Rivox. Rivox, as I did you on the preview show, I'm not worthy. I know you and your Malaysian brethren are going to save my bacon, because let me tell you, my friends, if you think this one is going on my head tomorrow night, you are sadly mistaken. Will I get egged? And more importantly, who will be crowned champions of the One Play Sportsy Nations Cup? Join Nitin and myself from 10 p.m. Singapore time later tonight. Get some rest. Like us, we're all going to need it. Excuse me.
Whoa.
As the One Play Sports Grand Finals weekend continues. Stay well, stay safe. From Nitin and myself, good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.